Opie is here, and his show starts now.
I fucking love that song. Paul, not so much. And I don't think Erock likes it either, but I fucking love that song.
I like the song, but it was just puzzling because you always said that he was ripping off Kurt Cobain, that you didn't really like them.
Yeah, but that one is just too good.
Okay.
It's a good name, too, for a band, Puddle of Mud.
Yeah, that's blurry. Yeah, no, I used to say that. You're right, but that song is so fucking good.
But that's why I gave you the look. I was like, oh, I thought you hated them. All right.
And I only knew, because I Googled it, I only knew that it was Puddle of Mud. This whole time I thought it was Puddle of Mud. Like, Puddle of Mud.
Puddle o' Mud?
Like, A.
Oh, I thought you were thinking, like Irish.
My mic's high.
Puddle o' Mud.
Puddle of Mud.
I gotta explain, like, when I'm just wandering around doing my life. This isn't my life. This is like I just fool around for a few hours and I actually have a life outside this. And I was in a supermarket and that song was cranking as I was getting, I wrote it down. Hummus, almond milk, shrimp, and Lucky Charms. I went to the store to get those items, and, something for everybody there.
Yeah, I know.
That's true.
The hummus is for me. The almond milk was for me and my wife. The shrimp was more for my wife, but I'll take a little taste of that. And then the Lucky Charms for the kids.
Sugar. You giving the kids sugar?
I thought that was you. Because you kept saying you're all back into sugar now.
Well, no, it's slowly but surely creeping in, but we're gonna control that shit.
At least your shirt's dry today.
It's the same one.
Oh, it is.
Huh?
Why do
Is that the same one?
No, fuckface.
Why do you have three pumpkins?
I honestly thought it was.
Sorry. Sorry, new attitude on the show. No, Erock, it's not the same shirt as yesterday. But
what are those, little pumpkins?
These are clementines.
Clementines.
So instead of having something very sugary, I'm going to, like, sweet fruit to knock down the cravings before I start digging into the Lucky Charms.
Can I explain one thing?
Yes.
That wasn't a shot because I honestly thought it was the same shirt.
Yeah.
Because you've had a history of wearing the same sweatpants for like 5 days. So I just thought that's what this was. It wasn't coming after you. I was like, oh, he's doing that again.
I had a favorite pair of pants back in the WNEW days with Anthony, and Carol Miller went after me for wearing the same pants when she hated our fucking guts. And her attack was basically, and you wear those same pants every day. But when I find a pair of pants I like, I just wear them every day.
And I have a good few pants. Mike,
I don't give a fuck.
We wear the same pants all the time.
I haven't taken off these pants since Friday.
Yeah.
There you go.
We both, Mike and I did a gig. We did gigs together where we get to a place Thursday, come home Sunday, all our clothes are in a book bag.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We just the same pants, one shirt.
Chris has the very same ritual after every show. He comes back to the hotel, typically that we're sharing, and he'll drop trowel, take off his shirt, and just hang in his boxers very openly.
While Mike smokes weed on the balcony.
Yeah.
So you're hoping the weed kicks in, and then maybe he fillets you.
Is that part of the side effects of marijuana? I had no idea.
Just give a fillet. Yeah.
A good old fillet.
Mike's see, a lot of guys who you work on the road with, they'll be like, if it's whoever's like room the name is under, it's one bathroom.
Yeah.
They'll be like, all right, I'll go take a crap, in the public bathroom downstairs. Not Mike, just sprays diarrhea.
Yeah, not only will I do that, but I'll demand to go first.
Yeah.
Mike, I got to give you a high five.
Just blow it up.
I just blow up the bathroom. I don't care. I'm not going downstairs to the lobby, especially if you're sharing a room with a dude.
I'm trying to do the healthy thing too. So like I juiced last night and this morning. I'm spraying, like this morning I looked like a fucking leaf burst into flames in my toilet this morning.
Oh my God.
Happy fall.
I could have this coffee, which I did, and then I'm going to have these clementine oranges, and I'll be good. I'll still be solid.
Yeah?
I won't be spraying nothing.
That's amazing.
Did you used to spray when you were unhealthy?
No. Yeah, I guess. It was a bit on the greasy side.
Ooh.
A bit on the greasy side. It was like, it was one of those wipes where you're wiping down like a crayon over and over again. Whatever you do. And a bit greasy. So we should introduce Mike Cannon, Chris Distefano, of course, and Mike is on the road with you a lot, right?
Mike comes on the road with me a lot, but not as much anymore because now he's doing his own headlining stuff.
I know. Yeah, Mike's blowing up a little bit.
There he is.
Good to hear.
Not just my toilet.
Very contained explosion.
Right. So we established Puddle of Mud, Blurry, because I was shopping and I heard that song. That's why I played that today. And yes, I'm nice and dry today.
That's good, man.
I was miserable yesterday.
Really? You didn't? I didn't. Oh well, but your shirt was.
I wasn't miserable in my head. I just fucking was soaked the entire show yesterday.
Yeah, and then we spent an hour looking for stuff for me.
Yeah. Well, we got some ramen noodles.
And then soaked, which is getting more wet.
Wasn't the ramen noodles experience very strange? It's like cash weird. Only. But I found this place. I think the Vosses turned my wife onto this place, and now I go there.
Look good.
And man, you peek it when you're thinking about going into an Asian restaurant. I had to kind of clean this up a little bit. That's why the stutter / stammer there. You got to look in the window and make sure there's Asians eating there. If you don't see Asians eating in an Asian restaurant, move the fuck on.
I'm so curious what you were going to say. Were you going to say once you walk into one of those moon face restaurants?
Well, I was thinking
skip over.
I don't know. I was thinking something maybe the vets would have said. But there's so many Asian restaurants in Manhattan. I mean, that's the thing. You walk by the window, and if you see Asians eating in there, you know it's a good place.
It's expensive, though, man. You spent like $33 for one cup of shit.
No, it was a big tub, though.
Did you get through it? How was it last night? Good?
I ate all of it, and one of my things, and Mike could relate, you can't because you don't eat healthy, but Mike does. Wow. Yeah. So you don't salt your food and all that, right?
No, I try not to. I'm an Irish, you're an Irish guy?
I don't know what the fuck
I don't put salt on my food.
I think it's an Irish genetics thing, dude, because now I'm just noticing it. If I have 3 beers, I have like 4 pounds of extra meat luggage on my jaw. It's fucking awful. My body looks like I've been soaking in a river for a month. It's disgusting.
I get bloated immediately from salt content.
So what do you drink? Vodka sodas?
I do, but I'm like trying to go like completely off, and then I'll go on for like a day or two. Like Thanksgiving fucked me up because I was just medicating being around people.
Yeah, but I think if you stay away from salt, then if you have something that's pretty salty, then your body is a mess. Yeah. Like the inside of your cheek, you're just gnawing on, and there's all sorts of extra skin just coming off. Right? You know the deal.
Yeah.
So I had that whole tub of ramen noodles, and boy, do I have a headache today from the salt content.
Really?
Yeah, I knocked it down with some aspirin and some water, but wow.
Are you allergic to MSG too?
Probably. You think they have the MSG in there?
My mom almost dies every time she has like Chinese takeout.
Really?
Her throat closes. She freaks out. Yeah, and like people say it's MSG free, totally MSG free, and then she almost,
I notice I get a lot of I get headaches if I eat Chinese, so I'm assuming that's the MSG.
Yeah.
Huh. So I don't know.
But is ramen Chinese? Or I thought it was Indian.
You saw the people in there. What do you think?
Cambodian. That's Indian Chinese in one.
Cambodia. Yeah, but it was like $30 for 2 tubs of that stuff.
That was a lot, man.
Cash only.
Yeah, you had to go cash only. Freaking. How did you make it? I didn't have any cash. I thought I didn't have cash, but then I opened my wallet and I had like $100 bill. Yeah. But I thought I didn't have cash, so I just automatically said no.
Right.
But I felt like a dick when we left. I was like, I had cash that whole time.
No, I made it. I think.
Oh, I thought Billy hooked you up.
Did he give me money?
I don't know.
I might have got money from Billy. I don't know.
No cash.
Now I'm not sure. And then we were wandering around debating if we should go to the lighting of the Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center.
That was a good idea. We didn't.
No kidding. They wouldn't allow umbrellas or nothing. So those idiots were just standing in the rain last night.
Soaked. It was against the rules to protect yourself from the weather?
Yes.
What the fuck? What is the thinking behind that?
Maybe it's like a weapon, terrorism.
They got to watch people.
Okay. I mean, they had to sit there in the rain. Isn't that bad enough? That might be worse than an actual terrorist attack to be standing bunched together like that in the pouring rain. And then it turns out half that shit was filmed weeks ago. Really? Was giving me the inside scoop.
Wow.
They set it up in such a way that you can't tell, but a lot of that stuff was pre-recorded, and they only have a couple things that are actually live.
I've never been to the Christmas tree lighting. And I've never been to the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Wow.
Or Times Square, New Year's Eve.
Right.
Never done that.
You've performed at Caroline's, though, during that, right?
No, never. I've never even been in the city on New Year's Eve.
Well, New Year's Eve is stupid to stand out there.
You've done it, though?
No. Yeah. But I just could tell it's stupid.
You've been in the parade, though? The Macy's parade?
Yes, because we used to live very close to Central Park West.
Yeah.
So it did go right by our street. So all we had to do was jump out of our brownstone and watch the floats go by. It was awesome. Yeah. I actually liked it. That is kind of cool to do.
I want to go.
And I've never been to the museum.
I've never been to the Guggenheim. Museum.
Right. Why did you pick
that? Doesn't surprise me, though.
Yeah. Why'd you pick that one?
I thought there was a famous one, no?
Have you been to the Museum of Natural History?
Yeah, Museum of Natural History. I went because they used to have dinosaurs.
Yeah, the dinosaurs are cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the tree lighting, I've never been to that. I've never been to the Statue of Liberty. I've never been to the top of the Empire State Building.
I've never been to SNL. No. I've never been in there.
I've been to SNL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to the top of the Empire State Building.
Let's go right now.
Yeah, I would go.
Can we just, Eric, can we go do that?
Periscope it. Or Facebook.
Is that possible?
It's possible.
What? We'll just do it.
What, like virtual reality? How are we going to do it?
Just throw Best of on and let's go have some fun.
Fucking James would love it from yesterday, that scumbag.
Good old James.
This guy called in and started fucking ripping people. He sucked.
And he was making believe he cares about my legacy.
Yeah, shut up, James.
You don't care about my legacy. You want me to fail miserably.
But that's why I'm saying he sucked, because I don't mind. People have their opinion. That's America. You know, especially Trump's America. People can have loud opinions. But
oh, boy, they
it's
can have loud opinions.
You see the guy who drove me here today was fucking going on and on and on about how much he loved Trump, and he was talking about, you see how there's already no traffic? That's because Trump. I'm like, what are you talking about? It has nothing to do with the fucking traffic.
Not to mention he lives in New York City, so it's just going to make shit worse.
But how did he explain the traffic thing?
He didn't. He was honestly trying to talk, but I had a couple of drinks last night, so for me, like 2 drinks is like 50 drinks, so I was feeling a bit hungover, so I was doing one of those things where I was just like, but like nodding off.
Right.
But he was spewing Trump shit. It was weird.
But he was happy.
So happy. So
he's a Trump supporter.
He had an accent. I'm like, I asked him, I was like, did you even vote? And then he said something in Armenian.
Not many accents. Not many accents are Trump supporters.
No.
Not many.
No.
That's pretty interesting.
Well, I was talking about the other day, I know, in my family, in my daughter's family, who is, they're Latino, and some of them voted for Trump. I mean, it happens. Yeah. It happens.
We have a little, just a little taste of some Mexican help.
Yeah.
Woo!
They didn't vote for him?
When Trump pops up on the TV, when I'm watching the news later in the day, boy, they hate his fucking guts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't even fake it.
Yeah.
And then they start talking to each other in Spanish, and it's not good.
You know it's not good.
Yeah, because the only other word you can recognize is Trump, and it's being said very angrily.
Very angrily.
Yeah,
no.
so...
people do, though. It's a lot of people voted for him that you would never believe did. Right. And they have their reason. It's not all racism and sexism. It's business reasons why some people did,
Well, and the businesses, those reasons are now being turned against him because he's basically hiring everybody he said he wasn't going to.
Yeah, remember he said he was going to drain the swamp?
Yeah. No, he's bringing in people from every bit of the swamp.
He's bringing in Washington insiders and billionaires.
Yeah.
Did you see that 9,000 people voted for Harambe?
I thought it was 11.
Oh, 11,000 people wrote in Harambe, the gorilla who was killed.
That makes sense.
And that's who they voted for president.
That makes sense.
You would do, but come on.
But they spent time. They spent time online, to fill that name out.
Yeah, but I'm a fan of the goof vote.
Yeah.
Watching you process that was one of the most fun moments of my entire life.
I guess maybe next time I'll do it.
I'm kind of a fan of that.
The goof vote.
Yeah, Trump's going to be where tonight? He's starting his. It's a victory tour.
Yeah.
Now he had Justin say it's a thank you tour, but it's a victory tour. I think he's going to states where he turned right. He turned the people.
I know he's in Indiana now.
Oh, is this happening right now? Is this live?
Yeah.
Really? What is he saying?
We have the
Carriers still moving hundreds of jobs to Mexico. That's an urgent report on Fox News.
You know what I want to know about?
Yeah.
They keep saying, I saw it again today, that now Hillary Clinton is trying to get volunteers to help with the recount. But what would happen? Like she already has won the popular vote by 2 million plus votes.
Well, not according to Trump. Not according to Trump.
According to Trump, what?
That's all bullshit.
Calling for a recount on the election he won.
Yeah. No, but Trump's saying it's all bullshit.
That it was fraud.
It's a fraud, and that he actually won the popular vote by a landslide.
But even if Hillary got a recount, what would that mean? I mean, the Electoral College votes.
I could honestly tell you, I don't understand why they're going through this process. Someone that knows a bit more about this than us could fill us in. Call us up.
If you petition and raise a certain amount.
Shut up, Paul.
Okay.
That's David.
Oh, Dave, sorry.
Hillary.
That's
looks
David,
like
according
shit,
to
though.
Robert Kelly.
Hillary looks terrible. She looks like her skin suit is starting to rot.
She looks like she's 68 years old.
Yeah,
is that how old she is?
I don't know.
Yeah, she's starting to go out there without the makeup and without the hair done and stuff.
Now she's really brave.
Yeah. So,
man.
I don't know what's behind the recount thing.
Oh, she was born in Chicago.
Because I don't think, they can't change the results. I don't think. That's where we need Stunt Brain or somebody. If Stunt Brain's listening, give us a call.
Fuck it, Stunt Brain.
Fuck the Stunt Brain.
No, I like Stunt Brain.
Yeah, Mike, did you hear what Chris did yesterday on the show?
No, I'm not entirely sure.
He showed Paul his asshole.
Oh, yeah?
I have a skin tag on my inner butt.
Oh, no.
So, we got the picture of it, but we're going to send it to Steve.
There's the picture.
Oh, there you go. I think I got a few Hemis in there right now. I'm not sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Little hemorrhoids.
Yeah. A few Hemi engines.
You got some roids.
You get some roids?
Every once in a while, I eat super spicy food and then just blow it out, and it just,
How do you know you got a hemorrhoid?
You can feel the discomfort, and then when you're in the shower, when you're checking things, I tend to go first knuckle deep just to make sure.
What's the difference between a hemorrhoid and an anal fissure?
Anal fissure is the tearing of your asshole. A hemorrhoid is like almost like a lima bean tissue coming out towards the middle.
How do you tear the lining of your butthole? Is it honestly forced farting and pooping?
I would assume something like that. I mean, there's times when I wasn't sure. Like, you ever blow out a super dry fart and you're not sure if you just tore out everything in your body?
Some of the farts I had on the show yesterday were just like...
They were a little weird.
Yeah.
They weren't the proper sounds.
Yeah.
No, they weren't the proper sounds.
I think it was the jeans and the angle of my...
Okay.
Because sometimes with certain pants that I wear, I'll fart and the fart will come out of the top of my butt crack. You ever have that at the top of the cracker?
Yes.
And it tickles, right?
Yeah, and it tickles.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And it's nice and warm.
Yeah,
it's a nice warm fart bubble making its way up and out over the top.
Taking the elevator.
Beautiful.
But those are the uncertain ones because when it comes, typically when you're sitting, especially, and it gets pushed to the back, that could mean there's some liquid involved.
Oh, yeah.
So,
what's this?
I don't think I've ever had a hemorrhoid. Have you ever had to push some stuff back in?
No, I've never had to do that. I mean, I get the pads, the hemorrhoid pads, and just kind of like spread and try to wipe as much as humanly possible. It goes away after like 3 days.
What are those hemorrhoid, what are they called?
What? Pads?
Yeah, the pads.
Yeah, they look like Noxema or whatever. Like,
well, what are they supposed to do? Cool you off?
No, they're medicated with some anti-ass fissure shit.
Oh, so you don't get any bacteria in there or something?
I don't know.
Get an infection going? So you have to use pads already?
Every once in a while, yeah.
You're too young for that.
I guess, but I mean, I've been shitting volatilely for a very long time.
That means you're very angry.
Yes.
How about this?
Why are you angry, Mike?
Oh, I'm Irish Catholic, man. I have deep-seated anger inside of my body.
For what reason?
I don't know, family shit. Yeah, dad.
Another
everything.
comic that's fucked up. What a surprise.
I told you that Mike's wedding was the best wedding I've ever been to in my entire life, right?
Yeah, refresh my memory.
It was in Full Moon Resort,
right?
Yeah,
which is some like haunted Native American burial ground.
Where is it?
Up in the Catskills, Big Indian.
Yeah,
dude, it's like dope. You kind of feel like there's still like native like savage tribes living there, and like walking in your cabin, you're just gonna get hit with a bow and arrow. But it was just fun drinking. The food was the best food I've ever. I want to go to Full Moon Resort and just stay over.
Right.
It was great. It was fucking great.
It was pretty fun.
It was too hot. That's the only problem, but that wasn't Mike's fault.
Everybody got loose, too.
Oh, yeah, we got liquored the fuck up.
Yeah, not one person left there sober.
You drive through Woodstock on the way up there. It's pretty cool.
Nice. That whole area is awesome up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How are the facilities at Full Moon, though?
Pretty damn great.
Really?
Yeah, I would recommend it.
They're set up for weddings and whatnot?
Yeah, when we got there to check the place out, it was holding a 380-person Indian wedding.
Wow.
Like Native Americans or from India?
No, yeah, dot, not feather.
Oh.
But it was it's a huge space, and we picked it based on being able to do drugs there. Like it's completely isolated. There's no cellular reception whatsoever. Right. So we were just like, I asked them straight up. I was like, "Can we smoke pot here?" And they're like, legally, we're not allowed to say yes, but yes.
Oh, but they're not going to fuck with you.
No. I was like
great.
smoking a blunt in the middle of the reception. It was ridiculous.
Dude, that whipped cream with the chocolate chips on the fucking waffles in the morning was so good.
I thought you were going to say that.
You could have went to Bayonne, New Jersey for that shit. You're at the Full Moon Resort, and that's your memory?
Oh, my God. It was so good. I don't know how the hell you even made it to that breakfast, because you were literally like, I remember thinking like you and Nicole are going to die on your wedding night, because of how just liquored up you guys were and having a great time. Well, then you were just showed up at the breakfast just sober, straight back. Everybody looked great.
Nicole got so fired up she dropped down and did like 15 push-ups in the middle of a dance circle.
Nicole was the best wife I've ever seen, best like woman I've ever seen at a wedding. I mean, she was getting her makeup done, and we were all playing. So what was that game that we were playing that I never played before? Cornhole?
Oh, yeah, Dirty Bags.
Yeah, Dirty Bags. We were playing that.
Wait, what's Dirty Bags?
I mean, it is cornhole, but that's what we call it, Dirty Bags.
And then she just walks by with, like, you know, her makeup robe on with a fucking Bud Light, being like, I don't want to do my makeup anymore. I'm just going to drink. And we were like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, but you know she had her makeup done at that point.
Oh, yeah.
She looked beautiful. But
I think she was... Oh, yeah, that game, of course.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know. I'd never played
Dirty
that.
Bags.
We played it, like, for my bachelor party, we did this, too. But for the years, we used to rent out an island on Lake George and just camp and do a ton of mushrooms, and that was our big game, and we just played it through the pouring rain, and eventually it just went from cornhole to calling it Dirty Bags, because anytime it hit the floor, it was a muddy piece of shit.
Yeah.
Didn't one of your friends have 6 fingers, too? Or did I make that up? I think I had a dream that night that one of the other groomsmen had 6 fingers on one hand.
I think so.
So it's not okay. I really did.
Were you getting high?
No, yeah. Well, it was high off contact up there, but I think I actually smoked.
I think so too. Yeah, I did a speech super high.
Yeah, I've never seen that, a groom do a speech at his own wedding. It's usually the best man, but he came in and started just ripping jokes, doing racist stuff. It was pretty funny.
Oh, that's very cool.
Some of them were really on the edge, but I loved it.
Well, somebody said now you're
did great.
Now you're Italian through insertion, so of course I like made my wife fingering my ass joke. Right. It did not go over well with her father. Her father's like, I'm a born again Christian. I'm like, really? You've been divorced 4 times. Relax.
Was he really mad?
Oh, of course he was, because he has no idea who we are. Right. So he was like pissed that there was no religion involved. That like I was kind of dirty, and it's like, go fuck yourself.
Oh, her dad, right?
Yeah,
he's a fucking knucklehead.
Well, do you hang with her dad?
No. He lives in Virginia. We thought my dad
probably
for
listening.
sure.
Another guy's going to blow up his personal life. I'm going to sit back and enjoy this. Chris can't help himself, and your pal Mike Cannon can't
perfectly fine.
Fucking help himself.
Fuck this guy forever. He has he has a really weird problem with me, and it's mostly because him and my wife's mother were also childhood sweethearts, and they got married because he got her pregnant, and then they didn't work out based on his own fucking dog shit.
Right.
And so ever since we started dating as we were kids, I guess he's seen this like mirror image of his life, but for whatever reason it's working out, and I'm still following my dreams and succeing.
Right.
Meanwhile, his dreams are dead. He's got 4 families, and he's a piece of shit.
What do you mean 4 families?
I mean, he's got 2, but you know.
All right, let's be careful with the details. He has 2 families. But how long have you known your wife?
Since we were 10.
Yeah, I think you told me that before.
That's crazy. And she's his wife's Mike Distefano's cousin.
Right.
Great
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we've each dated other people. I don't want to, I want to make it clear that we're not, psychopaths living in a bubble of, anything outside of this is a nightmare. No, it's we've each, she's dated a black guy. It's great.
I got to take this phone call. We'll go back to your wedding in a second.
It's her dad.
Let me say hi to Frankie in Michigan. Go ahead, Frank.
Hey, Ope, how you doing?
We're doing good, buddy. Thanks for listening. What
well, I'm not buying Distefano's story about his fart there yesterday.
About my what?
Oh, your fart.
My fart?
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, you're claiming it was because of your pants and all that. It sounded to me like you spent a few weekends on Rikers Island, or maybe a couple of years.
That I was smuggling heroin for the fucking...
That ass sounded tampered with.
Yeah.
Well, me and Bobby perked right the fuck up when we heard that fart. Like, what is that about?
I don't know.
Yeah, that wasn't normal, man.
I know. You know what I think it was? I always sit, when I sit on a couch, I always sit in between the cushions. You know what I'm saying? That little space. And it probably, over time, gravity, it kind of spreads my legs, and it probably spreads my butthole, and I probably have a stretched out butthole.
Well, there's no doubt it sounded stretched out, but I mean, it's your story. You can tell it any way you want.
Can you stop talking like the mom from Bobby's World for one fucking second?
I love that he's beating the shit out of you with that accent.
I love it. I love it. And I can't come back. Where are you, Edmonton?
Michigan.
Oh, Michigan.
Where are you from originally, Frank?
In the Upper Peninsula, Michigan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, an upper or an ooper.
Right.
What is it? It's an ooper, right? Oh, Youper, right, I'm sorry.
What is the Youper?
Because the Upper Peninsula.
Right.
Because what is it, again, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan? It's like disconnected from the state, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Connected phone.
Good. All right, Frank. Thank you,
thank
buddy.
you, Frank the Tank.
There goes Frank in Michigan. He's questioning your fart from
Frankie.
yesterday as well.
I like Frank.
Are you a finger in the butt guy?
I've never done any butt stuff. Never. Nope.
Can I answer?
No.
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 Why?
No.
That's our button.
It's not my thing.
I know what my ass. I say this all the time, but I know what my ass is capable of.
Yeah,
it's
that's true. Well, that's why I wouldn't wish eating my ass on my worst enemy.
yeah.
Like that would be a fucking
that'd be a
nightmare.
Oh,
the
my
amount of
God.
hacking through it like a jungle knife.
Oh my God! So you're an angry guy that has problems with his ass because you're shitting too aggressively.
Definitely, for sure. Yeah,
but you seem pretty. He seems pretty mellow, Chris.
Hot.
Mike?
Yeah,
he's very mellow. Yeah.
But it's always simmering. It's at the surface. Like the other day, so this is an example. I filmed a half hour the other night at New York Comedy Club.
Yeah, right.
And so the first person went, Kate Wolf, funny comedian, she went, and then there was supposed to be like a 10-minute guest spot, almost like glorified checks, to where they can kind of regroup, people can piss, and then come back in and watch my half hour. Right. So instead of the typical guy doing it, Jay Farrow walks in and bumps him, and I'm like, motherfucker. Because I love Jay. I know him personally, and he's a good guy, but anytime I've seen him walk into a club, he's done no less than 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I'm like my body temperature fucking rose to 118 degrees. I was like yelling at a staff member. I was threatening to walk out. And of course he did 10 minutes on the nose.
Yeah, it was great. Out. And you had an awesome set.
But you didn't want to confront him?
No, of course not. He has, status in the business.
Right. So you had to take it out on somebody else?
Exactly.
And he's jacked now, so.
He is humongous.
Shredded.
Yeah.
Is he ever on the show?
Jay, I'm not sure.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's good.
Let me see his picture. We've had everybody.
You know Jay Farrow?
Oh, I know Jay. Of course I know Jay. No, I don't think we had Jay on yet.
Okay.
Anyway.
You know what's something I wanted to mention before when we were talking about, I think we were talking about anal fissures. When I was a physical therapist, one time I treated this person, and she was like an older woman, and she had this thing called a rectocele, where a piece of her rectum was falling out through the back of her vagina. How insane is that?
What?
Wait,
a piece of her rectum,
right?
Due to as a therapist, what I would do is try to strengthen the muscles of her pelvic floor.
Wait, you would work on this?
yeah.
Wait. Did she come to you?
Well, she was in
for help.
No, she was in the hospital, and then something. I forgot what she was actually in for. But it just comes out right through the back of your vagina, and you have to I didn't do that. That's surgery. But
this is a prolapsed ass.
Yeah,
that's different, right? Because we're not looking at a vagina.
I don't.
Mr. Doctorate.
No, it's called a rectocele.
That's a guy's ass. That's a scrotum.
RECTOCL.
All right.
CELE.
So when you were working in the hospital, you had to work on this lady that had this? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah. So, and I two crazy stories. The rectocele was nuts. But then one time when I first started, my boss, who was funny but also wild, I had to work on a hermaphrodite, and I had no idea that this person was a hermaphrodite. They told me, my boss was like, just do a full screening, and you were in the hospital, so it's like everything. So he was like, his main issue is he has, adductor or inner thigh problems, so you really need to check. So he was like, okay, and then
what's an inner thigh problem?
Like the adductor muscles.
Oh, okay.
Like the muscle, like an inner thigh.
Did you get that?
Thank you, Mike.
That didn't clarify shit.
No, okay.
Yeah.
But now I'm in.
Like inner thigh tightness, like in his muscles. And then I pulled over his gown, to further evaluate. And he had a penis and a vagina, and I was like, ah! And I fell back, and my boss ran out of the room laughing, and I was like, this is so not professional. And the guy was just standing there, and he was like, we got you. I was like, you're a fucking weirdo.
Oh, they set you up?
Yeah, but it was real. But he's really a hermaphrodite, but he's comfortable with it.
Right.
Did he have the full set or just the shaft and then the clam?
He had, he had a full brushole, and then, right on top was, aspects of, a vagina.
So he didn't have, he didn't have a sack or any
No, he had the full, you usually have one. You'll have one organ that overtakes, so his was a penis. That's why I was, calling it him.
Did you want to yell at him? Pick one.
Pick one.
Just pick one, buddy.
And then I had one of actually Trump's lawyers. I forgot what this guy's name was, but he had an STD. He had all this back pain, and turned out he had full blown gonorrhea. And then and then he wanted me because his wife checked everything on him. He wanted me to fill the gonorrhea prescription in my name and then just give him the pills when he would come in for therapy. And I was like, I'm not going to put my name on a gonorrhea prescription.
Sure.
But he was like, no, that's what you need to do because my wife is going to find out. She'll look through my medical history and know that I'm on meds for gonorrhea.
That is so fucked up.
It's fucked up, right?
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you put your name? Did he offer you money?
No, I don't know. My boss was just like, I don't know. You just don't want to you can get in trouble for that because now you're basically forging a medical document.
Of course. Didn't a comic ask you to open for them as long as you could get them 30 Xanax?
Yeah, Bob Levy. Not Xanax. He just, I don't know. He just wanted me to get him pain pills.
That's hilarious. We're looking at animation of what was this again? The recto seal. The recto seal.
Rectum coming out through a vagina.
So part of this ended up over there.
It's crazy, man.
But how do you put it back?
You do pelvic floor exercises and Kegels type stuff. So the Kegels?
So this wall is weak. And it's not actually, there's no split or anything.
Right, and literally
it's just being pushed into the vagina.
But then it comes out. Right, it looked like she had a tail.
But you're
no.
You pretty much just push all that back.
Yeah, I didn't touch it. But
why not?
Oh, so you're not doing floor exercises with your hand? You're just assisting in her doing internal
shit? Right, I'm coaching her on how to do internal stuff, but then she would have to get a surgery, I would imagine, to finally, get it done. But it was just, I was thinking about that with the anal fissure. That was the craziest thing I ever saw.
Yeah, that's, maybe we should get Dr. Steve on the phone for that one.
Yeah, he's probably seen it.
I know my mom's uterus started, taking a peek.
Prolapse?
Yeah.
Taking a peek out.
Yeah.
Seeing what the weather was for the day.
Yeah.
Just gophering out of her vagina.
She had 7 kids, though. My God.
Yeah, no, I mean, this one.
But it was taking a peek.
Yeah.
I remember there was an issue where it was taking a peek.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Jay-Z's mother? Didn't she have 10 kids and he was 10 pounds? She must have had
Wow.
She must have had just straight up udders after that. Just sagging out of her clamp.
I didn't even know Jay-Z had
I didn't know that
many siblings.
I think so. I don't know. I might be wrong. I think he might just be 10 pounds, but he was the final kid.
Right. Let me go to D.C. and say hi to Mitch. What's up, Mitch?
Hey, what's going on, Opie? How you guys doing today?
Hey, what's up, man?
We're doing it, man. We got Chris Distefano and Mike Cannon in studio.
Awesome, man. Great show today. Fuck James. Awesome show.
Thank you.
All right. So, Mike, you made a comment earlier. I don't know if Opie missed it, but Mike made a comment and said that him and his buddies used to rent an entire island and just triple mushrooms all weekend and play cornhole.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to get into that a little bit and see how that came out. What kind of crazy shit you guys did there, man? I mean, who rents an island for a weekend? Come on.
Wait, you could rent an island for the weekend?
On Lake George, you can rent they have campsites on the islands in the middle of the thing.
1,000 islands?
I'm not sure even. I never handled the clerical work. I'm a fucking idiot when it comes to that. So all my buddies would do that leg. But yeah, especially for my bachelor party, we did it again because we hadn't done it since we were 27.
Yeah.
We rented a boat, rented an island, pitched some tents, took a shitload of mushrooms. We had some other drugs as well. And there's this thing called Log Bay Day, the last Monday of every July. In this one bay, all the boats of Lake George park there, and it's like MTV Spring Break on meth. Titties, the most violent and sexually assault-ridden chicken fights you've ever seen in your entire life.
Oh, God.
Because people come from outside of Lake George, so there's these attractive women that all of a sudden the locals of Lake George feel threatened by, and they're 5'11", $175 of solid granite doing upstate manual labor. So they get on the shoulders of some poor guy with a fucking fractured collarbone, and they start taking straight haymakers at these dainty broads from Long Island that are, it's awesome.
No, it sounds awesome.
Not to mention there's maniac river rats that are just fucking pulling the back of girls' bikinis and are there's huge fist fights between boyfriends that lift their own girlfriends up, and then the girls get their top ripped off and they're like, I can't believe it, we're broken up. And it's like, what? You just hoisted her up there, you idiot.
And they just allow this to happen every year?
Yeah, pretty much.
They've never shut it down?
No, it's heavily policed. I mean, I almost died there this time at my bachelor party. I had to get Saving Private Ryan out of that place.
Yeah.
It was pretty. I just started floating away in still water. That's how shit-faced.
Yeah, somebody told me. Yeah, I know.
But how did you almost die?
Because I was just on my stomach in a like life vest, and my buddies looked over and they're like, "Oh, Mike's in the middle of the lake. We should probably go get him." And there were like cop jet skis around me. Yeah,
that's a lake.
Crazy.
You haven't lived until you floated away while you're in the ocean.
True.
You float away in the fucking ocean?
Nah, not me.
But it's happened before.
I don't know how much I could get into it, but I know of someone that they had to call the Coast Guard because he floated away.
Literally was like in the middle of the ocean.
It was. He was out there.
How do you call the Coast Guard?
It was before my time, so I don't know all the details.
Oh my God!
I have to text someone to see if I could tell the whole story. But basically, someone was, under the influence and just kind of hanging out on a raft. And next thing you know, they're gone. And people didn't realize he was gone.
Jesus!
And then he was way out there.
People were panicking.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Holy crap!
Anything else, Mitch?
Do the water.
What drugs were you? What drugs were you doing when you rented the island?
I'm not. I haven't been a coke guy in a really long time. But for my But for my bachelor party, I just kind of let the wheels roll off.
Yeah.
And after that, I did like 50 days sober. So I was just trying to detox before my wedding. But I did some mushrooms and some blow separate. Those two together, I wouldn't imagine mix quite.
Yeah. Michael sent a text sometimes to me, be like, "Hey man, if you need me, just don't even try because I'm going into the woods to do mushrooms." I'll get that text occasionally.
And how long do you stay in the woods?
For like a day. I mean, once every 6 months to a year, I'll try to have one of these like recentering mushroom trips where it like kind of douches my soul a little bit. It gives me some perspective.
You think that would help? Mike always tells me that he thinks, because I suffer from a lot of anxiety, that mushrooms would reset me.
Wasn't that one of our stories today, Paul?
They're treating PTSD and anxiety with psilocybin and MDMA.
Yeah,
so
he's not far off. There's actually a story we were going to get to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Magic mushrooms helping, I think, anxiety.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
Anxiety Tuesdays, though.
Oh, yeah.
That would go away.
Well, I'll do Magic Mushroom Mondays. Do mushrooms every Monday.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? All right, Mike, so you're in the woods doing mushrooms. Aren't you completely freaked out? And how far into the woods are you?
I mean, it's just a little island. It's really not that bad.
Okay.
But then I've gone into Harriman for like 2.5 hours, like a real long walk, and you're not even supposed to camp there overnight.
What's Harriman?
Harriman State Park. It's a
park. I thought it was like another reality. I thought it was like
plane of
Valhalla.
existence.
Yeah.
How far? Go ahead.
So it's like I would say like 2-3 miles in. I'm not entirely sure, but my friend Tim is like an expert with it. Like, so we set up the whole camp. We got everything situated, and then right as like day is about to turn to night, that's when you take them, because the transition from day to nighttime with visuals and that type of feeling,
right?
Nothing better in the entire world.
The magic hour.
It's unbelievable.
Of the sunlight. What do they call that?
I think magic.
Hollywood.
Twilight?
No, Hollywood has a term for it. That's when they film all those amazing scenes.
I don't know.
There's a term. Fuck.
It's not Twilight?
No, it's not Twilight. It's when the sun's going down and they call it like the magic hour or something like that. And so many movies wait for this. Huh?
Golden hour.
Golden hour? Yeah, that might be it. Golden hour. It's like an hour before the sun actually sets or something. It's like perfect lighting for filming shit, and a lot of Hollywood movies take advantage of that. I've asked this question over the years on this show. So you're on the edge of the woods, right?
Yeah.
Complete wilderness. You're not going to see a cabin, a house, nothing for miles, right?
Yeah.
And you could sort of see, but not really good. Like, let's say...
when it's pitch black, you can't see shit outside of your own little zone. It almost feels like you're in a TV studio.
Right.
Because you're lit, and then everything else is pitch black, so it's like whatever exists beyond that, I'm not even going to think about.
No, all right, but we're not talking that, because that's crazy.
Yeah.
You could see just enough, but not... Let's say you could see 20 feet in front of you the entire time. How far can you walk into the woods before you're completely freaked out?
On mushrooms?
On just nothing.
Yeah, I'd say about like 3 yards.
Thank you for being honest.
I can't walk a foot.
Thank you for being honest. Most people are like, oh, you fucking pussies.
No, I went and pissed and had a panic attack and just ran back to the warm fire.
I wonder what the average person could do.
Dude, I can't walk down like city streets with the street lights on if it's past 11 o'clock. I walk in the street because I keep thinking that someone's going to pull me into their house.
Yeah.
Oh, remember Hurricane Sandy? When you and I, because they shut down trains from Grand Central all the way down, and we were walking to the stand, I think, and all the lights were out, and all the homeless people weren't receiving their medication, so it was like the fucking Walking Dead
it was
in
crazy.
pitch black. Chris and I were like huddled together walking the 22 blocks.
You were
all
scared?
the way. Yeah, it was frightening as shit.
Yo, dude, it was nuts.
Going with that, the best time to be in New York City to see crazies is in the middle of the summer, like late July and most of August, because this city clears out. If you have any type of money, you're out of this city. And when it gets really hot, it brings the people that are basically shut-ins and don't like being around other people. When it gets up to over 100 degrees, they hit the streets to get some fresh air and to cool down a little bit. You will see some stuff.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. I got to start filming that.
That would be a
in
good
your neighborhood.
series.
It happens
all over Manhattan. I mean, like clockwork. If it's 100 and it's like late July through August, you will see a lot of crazy people, and these are the type of people that don't want to be around anyone else.
Everybody with dead cats under their sofa.
Yeah, they're pretty much forced out because they're just so hot in their apartments and don't have the proper, air conditioners or
Didn't
whatever.
some mayor, I think maybe it was Koch, would just let people from insane asylums loose in Central Park and then drive away? Is that true? I heard that.
Personally, he did that?
Yeah, I think that.
He picked him up in his Volvo. And
No.
then
He didn't. Like he had a team that would do that.
I was with you and then he would drive away.
I'm telling you, Paul. Google it.
I think it was a little more organized than that.
I'm telling you, they used to drop
They were
off.
shutting down the nut houses, and they just let these people go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They would
So
let them
they
off and drive away.
probably loaded up some vans to spread them around the tri-state area.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the mayor himself, and it wasn't
Wasn't his
just
personal
Central
vehicle.
Park, and it wasn't him driving away.
That's what I thought it was.
Well, Bloomberg did that with a bunch of crazy people outside of Zuccotti when Occupy Wall Street was first going
really?
on. Yeah, that's why shit started getting really bad, because they were just releasing heroin addicts and homeless people and insane people like 2 blocks away and being like, free food in that park.
No kidding.
Yeah, and then people started shitting on the ground,
Is
and
that
that's
true?
how they got kicked out.
Was
Yeah.
that was the strategy?
Yeah.
We went down there. We just went once. I just went
I
once.
was down there a couple times. I was feeling very
I went one
enthused.
day. Did you go?
I went at least 10 to 12 times.
Really?
Filming shit. I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you think?
There were so many fucking strange people down there.
Are there any stragglers left? Like, you think there's still 2 or 3 people that still go down there?
No, because then I filmed a video when it was completely back to normal. Oh, there might be. There might be somebody out there, like, living the dream still.
I want to talk to that guy.
Believing in it. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of videos I made.
Wow, that was 2011?
Yeah, it's
already
already
5
years
freaking
ago.
years ago.
5 years, right around this time.
Yeah.
Because they were hoping, like, the winter was going to, settle in, and that was going to kick those people out of there.
That makes sense that I was down there then, just 2 years into comedy, trying to find an identity as, like, an activist comedian.
Dude, I loved it.
Whatever bullshit.
I loved it, man. Every time I went down, there was a whole bunch of new, strange people.
Yeah.
To
it was
talk
also
to
very
and
friendly.
film and everyone was cool. Well, no, one lady.
Look at this guy.
One lady yelled at me and called me a pervert because she was changing, and I wasn't really filming her.
You were under her bench.
but they thought I was, and then they started a chant. Pervert, and they were pointing at me, and I'm like, and then
Holy
you can't even
shit.
explain yourself.
Did you get that on video?
Part of it, yes.
That's great.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
It's been fun.
Yeah. I loved it. I absolutely
I cannot
loved it.
believe that was 5 years ago.
Yeah, 2011. That's right.
Wow.
Look how far we've come.
Did we find out if the mayor drove crazies to Central Park and then drove away?
Well, Paul, the way he Googles crazies New York City mayor, well, it's not going to get anything.
This guy with the face tattoo is sure to spread message.
That guy's, you see him from time to time.
He's a New York guy?
Yeah, when you film street people, I had to, like, kind of stop because I promised my wife, like, when we started having kids that I wouldn't do it as much.
It's, like, dangerous and stuff?
Well, she would be scared.
Right.
But I would study these people, and you know which one's really not to approach. I mean, it wasn't a perfect science, but you just kind of, like, you would study them and go, all right, I think I could, like, go up to that guy. And what you find out is a lot of these guys, like Tattoo Face Guy, I've seen him so many times in and around Manhattan. He comes in just to be recognized for the guy that has his entire face tattooed.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's like Hercules in Gramercy. You ever see that guy?
Yeah. Well, Union Square, too, right?
Yeah, right around the Union Square, the Gramercy area. He there's like a whole blog about him. I forget what his actual name is, but he's like got this huge, broad chest, long hair, and he like his eyes look like he smokes 6 pounds of angel dust. But he's like walking through the city, just huge, and he's actually a nice guy. Not bad.
I think they
We're keeping you awake?
Huh? No, I told you I had a few drinks last night.
It's 4 in the afternoon.
I know, but then I couldn't sleep. My baby kept getting up.
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep. I went to the gym early in the morning, and then I did about half an hour, and then I walked out of the class.
What was the gym again? We filmed it on the pre-show.
Oh, Badass Academy. It's a great gym.
Badass
I'll tell you, if you want to get shredded, go to Badass Academy in Bay Ridge.
Yeah.
Also, go there tonight at 8:15 and learn Zumba.
Stop with the Zumba plug.
It's a free promotional Zumba class at Badass Academy tonight only. It's free.
Who's teaching the class?
My girlfriend will be teaching the class.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Badass Academy. So what is it? One of these places where they yell at you?
They yell at you,
Oh,
but
fuck that crap.
no, but in a good way. This guy, the guy who runs the gym here, great
Right.
fucking guy, good shape.
But when he's yelling
really
at
cares
you, like,
about you.
like is he doing it with like half a smile?
No, he's doing it. You know what I like about the instructors there is they don't just like yell at you in general. They specifically yell at you at different levels. So like they know I can maybe take it more because I was an athlete, former athlete. So they'll scream at me, but like somebody else, they'll talk to them in a good tone. I like it. It's a little pricey, but
Yeah.
but you get results. You can't put a price on health.
You don't have results.
I know. I just started.
Just said you don't have
Yeah,
results.
with your fucking mom jeans. I just started, Paul.
You wanna
okay,
wear
with your
them? Your hips
fucking
will fit in them.
Jordaches. Shut up, Paul.
See, I knew you two would have problems.
Yeah, you want to talk shit? I'm using your charger, bitch.
As soon as he looked at your asshole, I knew this would lead to problems.
Well, he was texting me all night last night. Paul,
Really? Oh,
were you drinking?
what's that about?
What it look like a starfish that just had a stroke.
No, it just looked like an asshole.
Well, what does yours look like? Does it have red hair?
Yeah, of
It
course
definitely
does.
does.
Oh,
But what about his asshole though?
What about it?
Like, be descriptive.
I don't know. It had a skin tag on the side of it.
But was
Okay.
it like? Did he have color?
was it clean?
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah, it was clean.
Did he have like
Wet wipes?
Did he have dark color around
No,
his
he had
ass?
blonde hair in there.
You have blonde ass hair?
No, that's now I know you're lying.
Yeah, there's no way it's
Are
blonde
you lying,
anymore.
Paul?
What?
Are you lying about his blonde hair?
Don't act like you
No.
didn't hear that.
What are you doing?
Eric told me to put something up.
Oh, here we go.
All right, wait a second.
Let's see Let's see.
What are we looking at there? Oh, did it look like that? Visual. What is that, Paul?
That's the
I have no idea. I
Sarlacc
don't
pit
watch
from
Star Wars.
Return of the Jedi.
That is really funny, Eric.
Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, we'll tweet that out. Does his asshole look like that?
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, just like that.
Job of the Hut.
All right, Chris is wrong. One more call before we take
Oh,
our first
come on
break. Let's
now.
say hi to Dr. Tom in Pennsylvania.
Oh, here we go.
Dr. Tom, what do you got?
Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, Dr.
We're
Tom.
good. We got Mike Cannon and Chris Distefano.
Hey, Chris. Hey,
Hey.
Chris, first of all, number one is, remember your old bit, Pinot 90X?
Oh, yeah.
That's an old one. Just get some Boost Bar. It's called Boost Bar or an antidepressant that won't cause weight gain for yourself.
Boost bar. What, do I have to go to a doctor for that, though? Like prescription?
Yeah. But it'll help you, and you won't have to do your Pinot 90X.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I don't know what's going on
I
here,
used
Chris.
when I was going a couple of years ago, I was doing jokes when I was going through a breakup, and I was saying that the only thing that was helping me is drinking a lot of Pinot Grigio. I said it's basically Pinot 90X.
Oh,
It was an
okay.
old joke.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what is
That
he
was a
turning?
good bit.
What is he
Thank
turning
you.
you on to?
He said Boost Bar, which is a type of medication that will treat my anxiety and depression, but won't have me gain weight.
Yeah, but then your comedy will suffer.
That's the thing,
right?
Dr. Tom.
No. It's real mild, guys. It'll work for you, Chris. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this rectal protrusion through the vagina.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't actually the rectum coming through the vagina. It was almost like a hernia. Like, do you really think the rectum can come through the vagina?
I mean, I was under the impression that a rectocele was the rectum, coming out through the vagina due to loose, musculature around, the pelvic area.
I was just thinking it's a weak wall, and it's like kind of it's kind of like a sinkhole, and then and the result of that sinkhole because of the weak wall, you're seeing it in the vagina. Is that a good way to describe it?
Here we go. Look, Dr. Tom, here's the definition of rectocele. Herniation bulge of the front wall of the rectum into the back wall of the vagina.
Okay, and that's correct. Mr. Opie Hughes is correct because in
it's a herniation, but it's not the rectum coming out.
Oh, I
it's
see.
Pushing on the vaginal wall.
Yeah.
Right. So then what was hanging out of her?
Yeah.
I was thinking that would be something that Theo Von could maybe treat with his little, those little events that he does when he visits women.
Oh, the orgasmic meditation.
Yeah, he could pop those back in too.
Can you just pop it back in?
Well, where Chris is right, you do need to increase the muscle wall, and the pelvic floor.
Yeah, he does.
Thank you, Dr. Tom.
Yeah, he does.
I love how begrudgingly he said that.
Right.
Where Chris is right.
Yeah, he doesn't like when you're right there.
He is
Chris.
right. Yeah.
All right, Dr. Tom.
Theo Von could do that little, little cupping that he does. And
Theo Von's a stupid asshole.
Wow, I thought you guys were starting to get along.
Theo Von can call in and suck my rectocele.
Wow.
But he could slip a finger in maybe and pop her back.
He probably could.
Yeah,
with his dumb sweatpants.
I think you could get that done. Dr. Tom, thank you. We got to get our first break in, okay?
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, brother. We got Mike Cannon and Chris Distefano on the way. We're going to talk a little sports. There's a lot of great sports stories today.
Oh, yeah.
Lewis is going to come in here and run through a few of those for us. Eric? Oh, he's just talking to Paul. I hate when you lean toward the mic. I think you want to say something on the actual show.
Oh, you can see Eric?
Yeah, I got a little screen here.
Oh, sick.
I just thought you had the best peripheral in the entire world. Holy shit.
When I was a basketball player, I would work on my peripheral.
The peripheral could curve around walls.
What was I going to say? Whatever. We'll get into sports, and there's a great story about the hospital charging for dumb shit.
Really?
So maybe I get Dr. Steve to talk about the rectocele and maybe some of the dumb shit they...
let's have Dr. Steve versus Dr. Tom.
There's one thing they charge for that is completely ridiculous.
All right.
I'll explain it after the break. Chris, where are you going to be?
December 15th to the 17th, Punchline Comedy Club, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And December 30th and 31st, New Year's Eve, Gotham Comedy Club in New York City.
Can I ask you something? Where is Punchline in Philadelphia?
It's a new room.
I heard it's great.
I heard it's by like where the stadiums are.
Down in that area.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard.
All right.
I heard it's a good room.
Very cool. Go see Chris in Philadelphia at the Punchline. And Mike Cannon.
Sweet. This weekend, the 2nd and the 3rd, I'll be at Mohegan Sun in the Poconos. It should be delightful. The 9th and 10th, I'm at Stitches. I'm headlining Stitches in Lancaster, PA. And, 30 on the New Year's Eve, I'll be at New York Comedy Club.
All right. And if anyone knows what's going on with Buzz Aldrin, give us a call.
All right.
He's hurting.
What happened?
I don't know. He was in the South Pole. He's 86 years old, and they had to get him the fuck out of there, and his health was deteriorating, and no one has heard anything since. So maybe we'll get an update on that. Stay there.
Opie Radio is back.
Nice. That Erock's a good egg.
What was that? What She Fucking Hates Me?
You don't know this?
I know this song, of course.
Who does it?
She Fucking Hates Me. Who could this be? Fucking Hates Me. I don't know. Oh, wait, hold on. Now that it kicked in, LFO?
Oh, God. We started the show with...
Oh, Puddle of Mud.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
That's another Puddle of Mud.
So Erock has decided to make it Puddle of Mud Day.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Can tomorrow be Fountains of Wayne Day?
Sure.
All right.
Are you coming back tomorrow?
No, tomorrow I can't.
Go fuck yourself, then.
Name one song by them.
Stacy's Mom.
Name the other ones.
Stacy's Mom,
there
too.
You go.
I wouldn't know the answer to that, Erock. What was the follow-up? I know Stacy's Mom.
I don't know either.
And you're calling him out.
No, because who says Fountains of Wayne except somebody who's trying to impress other people that they have musical knowledge? Nobody says Fountains of Wayne.
I know Fountains of... I know bands with 3 names. Color Me Bad,
right.
Ace of Base, Puddle of Mud, Fountains of Wayne,
yeah,
LFO.
Yeah, and that's about it.
The Backstreet Boys.
The Backstreet Boys.
Third Eye Blind. I know Third Eye Blind.
Right.
See, I know them. I know some.
3 Doors Down.
3 Doors Down is another band I know.
All right.
311.
Erock, by the way, your laugh when Bobby had to be pushed in by David.
Yeah.
That's been making me laugh all day.
Oh, that's so funny.
We got a quick video on the YouTube channel, Opie Radio. We're starting the show. Not starting. We're coming. I don't know. We're starting a topic, or we're coming back from break. Thank you. And all of a sudden, me and Chris are talking, and then we all notice something's going on with Bob Kelly, and he's trying to get David's attention. It's Paul, but for some reason, Bobby thinks he looks like David.
Called me tripod before too.
Oh, really? From Davy and Goliath. So now Bobby calls him David.
Okay.
Anyway, he gets Paul's attention, and next thing you know, Paul goes over there and pushes Bobby toward the mic. He needed help.
Oh my God.
He was sitting in the seat, but he was a little too far. Here it is. We'll tweet it out
Look at
again.
the panic on his face.
He's completely serious, and then he's motioning like, no, give me a push so I could be close to the mic, and there he is. Oh, wait. I wanted to play the audio because Erock's laughing. This is really funny. All right, just play this.
And then they had really traditional Spanish stuff. So a couple of it I like, but a couple of things, they had these things called pasteles. I couldn't get them down.
What are they?
I don't know, some type of like, it looked like it's Puerto Rican knish.
Wow. Bobby,
Then I went to my mother's for leftovers.
what happened?
I'm a little chubby, and I need to be pushed in. So I had a little...
It's Erock's laugh, though.
I'm a little chubby.
Erock really enjoyed that. We'll tweet out the video. It's really quick. It's called Bob Needs a Push.
Bobby looking like a giant baby. He looked like he was in a high chair.
Yeah,
just being pushed to the
Bobby
dinner
hasn't
table.
had sugar or carbs in, what did he say, 5 fucking
weeks?
That's crazy.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. You don't believe that?
No, I don't believe that.
He said one except for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I hope it's true. I mean, I love Bobby. I've known him forever. I hope it's true. Let's just put it that way.
I love Bobby's one of those guys, like he does shit, like he had no idea. Nobody ever taught him how to build anything or fix anything.
Right.
And then,
He's
with
a YouTube guy.
all he does is go on YouTube and he's learned so many skills. He builds shit constantly just off YouTube.
YouTube is the father that never hit him.
You can learn a lot of things off YouTube, though.
Anything on YouTube, man.
I learned how to cook up my striped bass when I caught that this summer.
Now can you just do it? Like you don't even need the instructions?
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out how they did it.
Remember we were looking at placenta shakes on YouTube that
I
one
still
day?
want to have a placenta shake.
We could do it.
You let me down with that.
Mike will do it.
Yeah, maybe.
Mike can get shit down better than I can.
I mean, that frightens me.
Why?
I don't know. Do you taste it? Like, is it just out of the placenta, or is it like? Oh,
well, this is the video
horrific.
we watched. No, we love this video because she is.
What did she do?
She's a new mom and she's full.
No, not this one.
Yeah,
that's the other one.
Oh no, that's the.
This one's like Esmeralda.
No, this wasn't the one we saw. It was a new mom. It was that one, the blonde to the right.
Oh, I'm actually. Oh, Aruba. She's
look at this girl.
Oh, well,
she's got a lot of milk in those breasts.
She's a little more pleasing to look at.
She did that on purpose.
You think?
Yeah.
You think? So she was trying to show everybody her placenta recipe. But
soy beverage with vanilla taste for the omega-3 and calcium in there.
Soy beverage, vanilla, strawberries, banana.
A banana. Some red grapes. These are
red grapes.
I thought that was her placenta.
Most important thing.
And then frozen placenta in a bag. Yeah, but if you shove all that other stuff, anything will taste good.
Yeah, but the fact that you know it's there,
right?
I don't want to. I would never drink that.
What is the benefit?
Look at her full bosoms.
I know.
I think the placenta has all the nutrients.
Yeah?
Yes.
It's like an Illuminati shake.
So she's drinking it or she gives it to the kid?
You don't remember? We watched this whole thing.
That was what? That was like...
maybe a year ago.
Holy shit.
We've been...
Bananas turn brown if you put it in the fridge.
All right, she's...
So, this one smells actually better than the first one.
Oh, God. It smells better than the first one, and it's her placenta.
Wouldn't it benefit humanity if she gave that up to science for stem cells or something like that? Like, why would you just feed that to your children?
Or just plant it in the front yard like other people do.
That's gross.
They plant it in the front yard, and it's under a tree. And then I guess every time you see the tree, you're like, oh, my placenta. Fertilize this tree a bit.
Mother Earth, I'm a mother.
Yeah. Did you hear her, though? It's her placenta. She's like, this batch is way better than the first one. Oh, my
she's from?
God.
Their stupid accent. Norway.
Yeah, one of those.
Aruba. Oh, she's from Aruba.
Is she from Aruba?
That's crazy if you lived in Aruba.
She has like Charlie Villanueva eyebrows.
Oh, she's done other videos. I saw a video. Man, I saw a video. Oh, my God, Paul, if you could find this. There's a woman that breastfeeds on YouTube.
Okay.
Trust me, I don't know how I got there. I wasn't searching breastfeeding videos. I promise you that. But you know how it goes when you're on YouTube or the internet in general, and you're like, how the fuck did I get here? It's a lady. She's got giant boobs, and she was breastfeeding 2 kids at the same time. There it is.
I've seen that one too. Yeah,
there it is up there. Look at this.
Yeah,
61 million sick fucks have seen this video.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Well,
why is she breastfeeding 2 kids at the same time?
Actually,
because she figured out how to get people to watch her YouTube channel. She's got 1 million breastfeeding videos, and they all do crazy numbers. And she's not teaching anyone anything. And the kids are too big to be breastfeeding.
So weird, man.
How are they allowing this on YouTube?
Dude, if I was her husband, I would...
breastfeeding out of a sports bra looks like.
I would make her...
How old do you think that kid is?
He's 16 years old.
And so this, you could just have nudity. Like, because it's in a different...
It's educational.
Yeah, I guess. But that kid, let me think. I got a 6 and a 4.
He's been breastfeeding a lot more.
Dude, that kid making eye contact with the video, though, that's like... Have you ever see the Kim Kardashian sex tape? And it's awesome until Ray J looks directly in the camera and is like, I know you're jerking off to this. Look like I fucking was.
YouTube has discriminated against this breastfeeding video and taken away monetary eligibility, how I get paid on YouTube. So now she was just doing it for money.
Yeah, of course. She was pissed because she figured out, look, I'll show my giant full bosoms. I'll have both kids breastfeeding at the same time, and I'll make a lot of money off this.
Oh, my God.
The kid on the right is at least, man, I would say that kid on the right is 4 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And then the one on the to our left is about, I haven't really seen him yet, 2 to 3. Look at these giant boobs.
Yeah, and that 4-year-old doesn't seem to be quite gentle.
Oh, like so a lot of women... There's a question, I asked my aunt, and she has 7 kids, and she's like, I remember pumping for my first time, her hand expressing, and barely anything came out, and then I started questioning myself.
See, she's making believe it's educational.
I know.
Like, that's a video for women that are having a tough time breastfeeding. It's all bullshit, and YouTube should have taken away her money.
Do people actually get upset? Like, do you get weirded out by people breastfeeding in public?
Oh, you had to go there.
Why am I?
I'm just curious because
I'm a peeker.
Yeah, so am I. It doesn't matter to me.
I've doubled back before.
You've circled around.
Yes. Is that bad?
No, because here's the thing.
I never want to look like a creep. I know I'm creeping.
Sure.
But I don't ever want it to look like I'm a creep.
Right.
But I have absolutely doubled back.
Yeah, but normalize breastfeeding.
It doesn't bother me.
No, that's for sure okay. But also you're going to kind of take what happens as a result. Like, guys aren't used to it yet, especially guys that came up in a different time. So it's like, of course, we're going to be like, whoa, there's some just titties out.
Yeah, right. Women just whip them out now.
Yeah.
They just whip them out for this.
Oh, especially in Brooklyn. It's super weird.
They don't want to deal with, like, this one thing. It's like a lampshade cover.
Yeah.
They put over them.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And they're like, you know what, fuck it. And they just whip it out because it's easier and quicker.
I did see one of the funniest things in Brooklyn, like, right after the election. It was a woman wearing a Hillary hat, a safety pin, and crying and breastfeeding her kid at the same time in public. I was like, holy shit, that's the trifecta of fucking fantastic.
My breast milk facial beauty secret. Is this the same lady?
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right, wait, but let's pop this up.
Oh, this one.
See, I only watched one video. All right?
This is pretty crazy, but something that, I don't know if you guys saw my face. I have no makeup on. I have nothing on. I just got out of the shower.
She's kind of cute,
yeah,
right?
She is, yeah.
So I do not wash my face with anything. Nothing. No soap, no nothing.
Right.
I do, however, take the end of a towel and scrape all of the dead skin off
right.
my face.
I've done that.
My pores.
Sure.
And
Sometimes my face turns red because
smoother.
I'm scrubbing a little too hard with the washcloth.
And then what I'm doing now.
Ooh, what are you doing now?
So crazy, because if you saw my face a little bit ago, I was so broken out. It was
yeah.
Oh, but it just miraculously evaporated after you took a towel to it?
Fruit Festival on my forehead. And one of my friends was like, a vet,
want me to fast forward?
like breast milk. Like, so I put it on and it stopped itching. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So that evening, I went into,
just show your boobs.
I know.
I took the rest of my breast milk.
You're not really good on camera. Just show your boobs. What do you think, Eric?
And
wish it was like porn where they have the percentage on it so you know if you're wasting your time or not.
Yeah.
It was gone when I woke up.
It's funny what Paul does with the thumbnail on the bottom. I do through every porn I watch too. You scroll through the bottom and you see the position you want,
and then you're like, oh, there you go. This is where I need to be, right?
There's a meaty one.
So I guess basically what she's trying to say is like she put a little breast milk.
She's squeezing, then she's applying.
She's squeezing, but she's not really showing them in this video.
She probably can't get away with it
broke
this
out
time.
really bad on my chest. I've been using it on my chest.
So she's trying to say breast milk is curing her breakouts, her skin breakouts.
She has a nice house.
What if she just had a mirror on the back?
YouTube is paying, YouTube pays.
It's crazy. So it's a breast milk facial. You're welcome. And that's all I do now for my face. I was doing coconut oil for like moisture.
All right, this
and I would suggest
woman
that
is
right
crazy.
after you get
Go to the end of the video.
so that it keeps.
How does it end?
Well, she lets her hair down.
Oh, look at that. Making herself look a little sexier. What is she pulling out of her hair?
But on your mind, body, soul, your attitude.
That's from the other facial.
Vitamin D.
Was it lice?
So
you knew this was bad by the view count.
Yeah, you're right. Well, Paul picked it, Eric.
I was just clicking on stuff.
Yeah, but click one that's in the millions, and you know she's showing her boobs again.
Paul saw a bare clavicle and lost his mind.
There you go, 59. I don't know. Maybe click on the 59 million viewed video.
Talk about mastitis today. I had mastitis.
What's mastitis?
Inflammation of the mastites.
You don't know what mastitis is?
It's got to be inflammation in the breast.
Well, this video has 59 million views, so mastitis has got to be pretty impressive.
Inflammation in the nipple, maybe? I actually don't know what mastitis is. I could have Googled it.
Well, I'm going to go right to pictures. Mastitis pictures.
Second time, I knew it was coming on. And if you have it, you'll know it'll be a
There we go.
Whoa,
there we go.
And it'll hurt. It hurts.
Yeah, I guess from the breast
when you
Get
can't.
into the shower, get the water really, really hot.
Is anyone paying attention to her, or they're just looking at that really nice breast? That's a really nice breast, right, Mike Cannon?
It's really nice. I mean,
and then Eric pointed out that look at the suggested video to the right. Tutorial, how to put a condom on. See, because YouTube doesn't allow nudity, but if you're like educating, then they allow some of this horse shit. But everyone knows it's crap.
Oh man,
what?
No, it's just like people are sick.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, she's just showing her boobs to get money. I know.
What is she doing?
Oh, she's squeezing it out
all around, but especially where the duct.
Oh, I thought milk was going to come out.
Wait,
of
what is it like? Harden or the tissue goes to the front or something?
Yeah, I guess she's massaging out her breast.
I mean, this is.
I don't know. Out of the 59, almost 60 million views, how many people actually clicked on this video and learned something?
How many
that
people,
was helpful in their lives?
I would love to know how many women there were that clicked on this video.
Right.
0.
Oh, read the comments. I bet there's a bunch.
All right, let's read a couple comments.
Yeah, you're doing stuff. Yeah, look, sexy.
The first one, how do I subscribe? Next one, sexy. And then we got...
I think you're great, and I think you're great.
Thanks so much for teaching me how to do this. My boobs always hurted after breastfeeding my kids, who I call pups since they got sharp-ass teeth. You're so brave. Oh, God. It's all horseshit.
Your boobs are beautiful.
Oh, and there's a post-reconstruction of a vagina video?
Ew.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
Somebody said the comment section is actually very mature. Cool that this can be a non-sexual video. It's not a non-sexual video.
No. I guarantee out of the 60 million views, there's been a few a few jerks. Well, how you say
This
it?
is just how guys are learning not to slut shame, just in hopes that women will perpetuate the behavior.
Yeah.
They're just not. They're silently enjoying it.
Yeah, because if she doesn't show her boobs, she gets way less views. I mean, all right, what's going on here for real? Are you tweeting those videos out there, Paul? All right, thank you. Let's move on before we get into a fucking rabbit hole with this shit.
So weird.
Sorry that I brought it to your attention.
No, we can keep going.
Well, you like it, Eric?
No, I just was saying.
You got a happy face though.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
already, and you have.
Why do you have happy
napkins
face
all over?
Why do you have happy face, Eric?
I just. Well, that's kind of
because you just came.
Why I no longer drink. All right, whatever. We're gonna.
I bet you because the alcohol gets in her milk stream and then the kids drink it. And
right.
Yeah.
Where's the husband? He's cool with this shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way the husband is cool with this.
Would you be cool with this, Mike Cannon, if your wife decided to be like the breastfeeding lady on YouTube?
If she's making a lot of money, yeah, I'm all right. I'm perfectly fine. Show your fucking asshole. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, if you got videos that are doing 60 million views, that's some nice money. Very nice money. All right, why don't we move on to other things? I was going to call Dr. Steve about the recto seal, maybe a little later. And I was turned on to, it's a quick news report about hospitals and what they're charging for. I just want to play this really fast for you guys. And then if anyone else knows about hidden costs in hospitals, please give us a call. Maybe get Dr. Steve on the phone. He would probably know. Paul, why don't you get that video? All right, here you go. Watch this there, Chrissy.
Let me see.
Well, in Utah getting a big shock after the birth of their child. It wasn't the baby's gender. They learned that they were charged for holding the newborn. This is the bill they received. There's a charge on there for $39.35 for skin-to-skin contact after a C-section. Apparently, holding a newborn in the operating room required additional staff to be present for the baby's safety. The proud parents had no idea they would actually be charged for it. They call the whole thing, quote, funny and a bit ridiculous.
Isn't that ridiculous?
That's
the hospital
insane.
charged almost $40 because somebody had to hold the baby in the delivery room.
I mean, what the hell are you supposed to do? Just give the baby and then let it hit the floor? Somebody's got to hold it.
I don't know. And you usually give it right to the mom. So are they saying the person that is giving it to the mom now?
What is she supposed to do? Kick it up like a soccer ball? Like it's a trick? Like like right out of her. I mean, I don't understand what you're supposed to do.
Is that charging the mom to hold the baby? Because the doctors aren't skin to skin. They're all cloaked up.
Well, that's what's a little strange. No, it's not the mom. It's somebody is holding the baby for the mom for, I don't know, maybe a minute, a couple seconds, whatever the hell it is. And the hospitals have now decided we should charge for that. That's crazy.
All these businesses are just basically taking nods from the banks just to see what bullshit fees they can attach to just seemingly
fees and hidden charges drive me nuts.
It's insane.
I hate the hidden fees, man. I hate them.
Well, no one likes them.
I know. Well, now I actually got slammed on my credit because I just stopped using a Citibank card. And I didn't know. I just cut the card up. I didn't cancel it because I heard if you cancel cards, that hurts your credit. So I cut up the.
Why does it hurt your?
I don't know. Actually, if somebody could call and give me credit advice, that would be great because my credit just got destroyed because I have a delinquent account. I didn't even know that Citibank was charging me money just to have an account, and I didn't pay it. And it's like 100 days past due. So they called the credit union, and now my credit got smashed. Because I didn't even know. I was like, I'm not using the card anymore. There's no money in it. That's it.
What fucking scumbags.
Scum.
So why'd you cut up your card?
Because the advice I had gotten from my accountant was don't cancel a credit card. You know, if you don't want to use it anymore, just make sure it's all paid off, which I did.
Right.
And then just don't use it. Just put it in a drawer because I went and got a Capital One credit card, but now the Citibank card was charging me some kind of fee that I didn't know, and it was, I guess, automatically debiting, and I didn't even know, so I didn't pay it. Or I mean, it wasn't automatically debiting; I was sending in a payment for it, and now my credit's fucked.
So
you should send the invoice to your accountant.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, I didn't send the invoice to him, but I told him, like, what, you know, if he could help me. So he said he was going to help me. No, it wasn't him. The current account I have, it wasn't his fault. It actually wasn't anybody's fault. It's just Citibank doesn't tell you that they're going to charge you this phantom fucking fees.
I'm sure they tell you somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
We're not sending you a bill?
No, I guess it's going to my mother's house. I always put my mom's address because I know they'll always have that house because I move so much, so I don't want to lose mail.
God, you're just like me. I finally got past all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was moving all the fucking time, but I knew, like, I could go to my mom's and get all my stuff. Let's go to JT in Philly. He knows about the skin-to-skin thing, I believe. JT, go ahead.
All right, so I have some hippie friends that when the wife was pregnant, they were talking about how important it is, and they read somewhere to take the baby, and right after it's born, it can't go against clothing. It's got to be able to go against skin to skin to hear the heartbeat, and they made a big deal about it and made the doctors, make it available so that the husband could not wear a shirt under his gown, so he could pull off his gown and have skin to skin contact with the baby after the C-section.
Wow.
Just to avoid a $40 charge?
Is that what happened, JT?
No. I mean, they made a big deal, made the hospital, jump through hoops so that they could get this skin-to-skin contact.
Right.
So if they're doing it, I'm sure other people are doing it. And the hospital's like, this is a pain in the ass, so they're going to charge for it.
Well, we got a spokeswoman for this particular hospital from the news clip. In general, Utah Valley Hospital is an advocate for skin-to-skin contact between a mother and a newborn directly after birth. Skin-to-skin is a best practice with proven benefits for both mom and baby. We do everything possible to allow skin-to-skin after both vaginal and C-section births. In the case of a C-section where the bedside caregiver is occupied caring for the mother during surgery, an additional nurse is brought into the OR to allow the infant to remain in the OR suite with the mother. This is to ensure both patients remain safe. There's an additional charge associated with bringing an extra caregiver into the OR. The charge is not for holding the baby, but for the additional caregiver needed to maintain the highest levels of patient safety. Horseshit! They sat around a big, huge conference room and figured out how they could get more money from their customers.
Also, what's the measurement unit of knowing how much it benefits the fucking baby? Less murderers, if that
With
how does that work?
bills, don't you if you got a $5,000 a hospital bill, can't you pay it off at however whatever you want to pay it off with? Like if you want to send $10 a month, you can do that. They can't they can't report you to a credit union for something like that, or they can?
Well, we got a lot of questions. I got Dr. Steve on the phone.
Oh.
So we could go there. I know when I was born, my mom was really drugged up. Really drugged up. She was one that couldn't handle the pain. So they just plopped my my new body on her belly, and I had to work my own way up to her boob. There was no assistance in that operating room that day.
Crazy. My little sister was born at home.
I was just clawing my way up my mom's body, her lifeless body, trying to find the boob on my own.
Your little sister was born at home?
Yeah, she had a home birth with midwives and stuff like that.
Was it a baby pool?
No, they did it dry, but I don't know. I was 5 years old, so I was asleep. But they had midwives, everybody on staff, but they did not go into a hospital.
We had a midwife too, but it was in the hospital. It was the Jewish hospital. It's called, what are they called? The midwives that are not yentas. No, it's not. Oh, doulas.
Oh, yeah, you had a doula.
A doula.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
But the people that choose to have the home birth, a lot of them regret it. They're like, man, it sounded all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my mom was fine with it, but I haven't really talked to her.
Why did she do that again? Because she was kind of hippie, right?
She had 2 of us in the hospital, and I guess she wasn't really thrilled with the care. So she was like, fuck that.
Did she have medication?
I doubt it. Yeah, she may have for me because
She went all natural.
I think so.
Right next.
They say that's brutal.
Well, right next to us, when my daughter was being born in the room right next door, the woman did not want to have meds.
Yeah,
and she was screaming at the top of her lungs for an hour. And the doulas had a good point. They were like, "Look, they're saying to us, they're like, we're all for people who don't want to do that, but." You now are being so disruptive to the other women, right. Delilah's, my girlfriend's going through a 10 out of 10 pain too, and she's taking the meds, and this woman screaming is breaking her concentration. It's so if you don't want to take the meds, shut your mouth.
Wow.
Or rent a wing.
A wing, exactly.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Andrew on Long Island. We got Dr. Steve too, but first, Andrew, go ahead.
Thanks, Hope. How are you?
We're good, man. What's going on?
All right. So, I'm a physician assistant in New York, and I could tell you all about these hospital costs. And not to step on Dr. Steve's toes, but and Chris, you were you were a physical therapist, right?
Yeah, I was. I mean, it's still my license, but...
Right, but so you might understand a little bit what I'm talking about. So basically, the hospital or doctor's offices can bill for things that are called billable procedures or billable visits, right? So there's this whole list that was just put out, the ICD-10, which is a coding thing. Basically, anything that you can do extra, that you could bill for, they're going to do. So any way you can squeeze an extra dollar out, you're going to do it. So that skin-to-skin contact that you were talking about, now they're saying that they needed an extra staff member in order to provide the safety and stuff, and okay, that's fine to an extent. But you can actually bill for certain things, and if they prove that skin-to-skin contact is beneficial, then you can bill that as like a medical procedure or a medical, benefit.
I mean, how much money do people need from us? It gets ridiculous after a while.
It's so dumb.
But that's the thing. It's not from you. It's from the insurance company. Now, if you don't have insurance,
right?
That's that's where it runs into a big problem. And Chris, they absolutely can put you into collections and tell you have to pay this much. That you can't give them like $10 a month all the time. Sometimes they'll work out payment plans, but they could absolutely throw you into collections for it.
Really? I thought like if you just, had to go to the emergency room and you don't have insurance, but it's like life or death and they save you and it's $50,000, like what? So now you have to pay all that money back out of your pocket?
No.
Not all that money, but they'll work something out. They're not going to let that go at all. You were dying, we saved your life. That's great. Fuck you. Now come and pay us. I mean, it's a problem.
Right. Not only that, but when they present the information, like my dad was being put under for a stroke and then for his surgery, and like right as he was like nodding off, they go, "Oh, just a heads up, your insurance isn't covering this, so you have to sign here that says you're going to pay out of pocket." And he's like,
"Is he okay?"
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, after he got out of the hospital, this is what a fucking fat Irish fuck this guy is. He gets out of the hospital. He has a stroke. It's like the come-to moment where all of our family is like finally talking to each other and getting along.
Sure.
He goes home in his gown, his ass flapping in the wind. He just smokes a cigar and eats a giant bowl of Chinese food.
Good for him.
Like, good for you, buddy. You're like a Seinfeld episode. Learn nothing.
Well, how old is he?
He's like 65. 66.
Might be a little young for that.
Yeah.
But these older guys. No, I'm just saying these older guys get to a point. I finally learned through my dad, it's like, let him live his fucking life. Fuck it.
I've let him live enough.
But my dad was in his 70s, and we were still trying to get him to eat right. And I finally was like, you know what? He's lived his life. He raised his kids. He just wants his fucking chicken wings and a couple beers. Fuck it.
How old was your dad passed?
Yeah, in a car accident.
Oh, that's right. The car accident.
74.
But he could have lived. He would have.
No, he was in trouble with his heart. Oh. So maybe it was smart to try to get him to eat a salad or two. But
yeah, I thought you were going to say maybe it was smart to let him drive.
He was down to one artery. But my thought was, his life was getting up, dealing with my crazy mom, sitting in front of the TV for 6 to 8 hours, and then going to the VA hall and hanging out with the boys and having a few beers and chicken wings. So I'm like, let him just live his fucking life.
Yeah,
he's done it, man. He's seen a whole bunch of things. Yes, Andrew. Sorry.
What's the cutoff then? Like, what's the age where you're like, all right, fuck it, they did their thing, let them have what they want?
No, that's a great question. I mean, and as far as my dad goes, I think we were good when he hit 70, 71. We're like, you know what, let him be.
Yeah.
But then there's other guys, I don't know.
Yeah, but 70's young now, man.
70 is young now. I get pissed off. I lost my dad at 74. Fuck. I wish he'd made it into his 80s, but what are you going to do? All right, Andrew. Thank you, buddy.
All right. Thanks, Up. Love the show. Chris, awesome. And
thanks, man.
I don't know who else is there. I'm sorry.
Mike Cannon. He's good, man.
Yeah. Look up pictures of him. He looks like a guy going through transgender therapy.
I don't mean to laugh too hard at that, but that's good. Especially if you're clean shaven, man. Yeah. I would keep that scruff going.
I know. You got to just even the illusion of a jawline.
For the people that don't know Mike Cannon, first of all, he hits the road with Chris from time to time, but now he's headlining himself. He loves his drugs, loves his mushrooms, mushrooms, loves going in the woods with his mushrooms, loves running over dogs.
That's a great story.
Did a podcast with a conspiracy guy.
Yeah, we don't do it anymore.
But he finally had to tap out.
Yeah,
because he's a lunatic.
He went full retard.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk. We got to talk about the dog after the break.
Okay, yeah.
Because I don't think we fully told that story.
The story.
Did I not?
I don't think so.
He did.
You did tell the story? There was something else that we were supposed to do with Mike Cannon when we called him on the phone that day, and we were off on all sorts of tangents.
Mushrooms at his wedding.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember. There was something we forgot to ask him, and it drove people nuts. My Twitter exploded. They're like, dude, you never asked him. And I'm trying to remember what it was.
All right.
Maybe we'll remember. Andrew, thank you, buddy.
All right, guys, take care.
Hospital price gouging. One more on this. Matt in North Carolina, go ahead.
Hey, long-time listener, first-time calling in, love the show. My dad had double knee replacement about 2 years ago, and grand total, my mom had good insurance, which was good, but grand total was just under $200,000. for fucking surgery, 4 days in a hospital.
What'd you do?
Well, she had good insurance, but she was still on the hook for 10%. So she figured out the minimum payment. I think it's like $25-$30 a month, and she's paying it till she dies.
Yep.
There you go.
That's what you do. Give him a little bit. Give him a fucking nickel.
Give him a little taste.
Yeah.
Just a little taste.
Got to break them off a little bit.
Right.
Then he went to the nursing home. That's the shit part. And none of the insurance didn't cover any of that. $5,000 for 2 weeks in the nursing home.
Jeez. Damn.
Yeah, we know insurance companies try to figure out how not to pay. We all know that by now. So fuck you, Flo.
They charge him $50 a day to rent a walker to do his physical therapy.
Yeah, that's the hidden. Those are the hidden charges.
That's crazy.
There was a time. There absolutely was a time. I'll ask Dr. Steve. We're going to him next. That they just gave you the walker,
right?
And then some asshole, some fucking asshole that obviously was on the spectrum had no. Oh, I shouldn't say no human emotions because people on the spectrum absolutely have human emotions. How do I say this properly? They're just a fucking twat.
Yeah.
And then they figure out, hey, man, we could charge people for this.
Right.
There'll be more money coming into the hospital.
Right.
So
Dirtbags.
Thank you, Matt. I got to go to Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve. 2 days in a row, brother.
Shit, I'm doing a colonoscopy prep today. I shit 3 times while I was on hold with you fuckers.
Why? What's going on now, man?
Dr. Steve, did I ever tell you the time?
Colonoscopy tomorrow, and you drink this stuff, and then it rolls through your gut like a tsunami, and then you just evacuate this voluminous, watery, fecal matter. And what's coming out of my ass right now?
Yeah.
I sat down just before you guys called and filled up the pot, right?
Yeah.
Shooting out. I mean, if I was bent over, I could hit a wall 20 feet behind me with what's coming out of my ass.
Wow. Can you do?
And when I stood up, I looked down, and the water in the bowl was as clear as you could drink what's coming out of my ass right now.
Dr. Steve, can you do one on the air for us?
Yeah, I'm kind of in between right now, but I'll let you know. What I am going to do.
Yeah.
Tomorrow they're going to fill up my colon with carbon dioxide.
Yes.
And when the thing is over, I have this one of my listeners has a company called Flatus Flute. And you can see this thing at flatusflute.com. It's a whistling butt plug. So I'm going to shove one up my ass and periscope the sound that comes out. I think that will be most entertaining.
Dr. Steve, one time my dad was scheduled for a colonoscopy, and he got like all the juice and stuff like that, and he took all the stuff, and then he showed up, and his colonoscopy was for the next day. So he shit his brains out the night before, and then got there, and like, yeah, you're scheduled for tomorrow. We have no room.
Oh my God!
So I had to rebook him for the next week because he couldn't he couldn't go back-to-back days just evacuating his asshole.
That's great. Yeah, he would get.
That'll give you an anal fissure. How do you get anal fissures?
That's Joey Buttafuoco's girlfriend, right?
Wait, Amy Fisher.
Oh, Amy Fisher.
Okay, an anal fissure usually comes when you've passed a giant American concrete turd through your rectum, and it rips that muscle, that sphincter, that sort of circular sphincter that keeps you from dumping loads all day long.
Right.
And it holds the stool in. Well, when you rip that thing, it's hard for it to heal. And on top of that, every time you then, after that, move your bowels, it'll spasm and sometimes rip it even more.
Damn.
Now, little kids that get an anal fissure will hold their stool in to the point where they just fill up their colon with stool, and then they'll just start, staining their underwear, and their parents are wondering why they're not potty trained anymore and all this stuff. And really, it's just a severe case of constipation.
Now, do you think that
constipation?
He really went down a register.
Yeah.
Do you think that?
I think it's getting close where he's got to run to the bathroom again.
People have been saying that because I had weird sounding farts yesterday, that they're accusing me of some butt play back in the day. Is that true, or do you think different buttholes can produce different fart sounds, and it doesn't mean that you had something in your butt?
They absolutely can. I had my ass crack waxed for my show, and the farts, when I have hair slapping against each other, hair, skin, hair, it sounds one way, but when it was just skin, it sounded completely different. so it all depends on what the round is,
a doctor,
and how it's constructed, and how much fat there is in the ass crack. Some people have real shallow ass cracks.
Yeah.
When you look at them, you can actually see their asshole just hanging out. And those people will make farts that sound like, you're ripping a sheet in two. And then other people have more meat around their ass crack. You get all that flapping of the skin, and that sounds more like a traditional.
That's what I have.
Mine sounds like a muffled trumpet most of the time.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
I want to keep you on the line until you have to run to the bathroom again. Actually, Ari was cool. Ari Shafir.
Yeah, what happened with that?
Dennis Falcone went to the hospital where Ari was getting his colonoscopy, and then interviewed him while he was letting some air out. Can you start this over?
Sure. This is post colonoscopy or before?
Yeah, it was post. And how in the hell I played that on my show too? And how in the hell did Dennis get in Ari's bathroom after he had a colonoscopy?
I can explain that. What happened was it was Mark Norman and Ari hosting the show that morning, and we all had to be here, so somebody had to go to the hospital to get Ari because they wouldn't release him if somebody didn't pick him up. But we all had jobs to do here, so we just sent Falcone, and we sent him with a camera.
Oh, great.
Ari was awesome, though. Can you play a little of this?
Sure.
Yeah, it's really good.
Great.
How you feeling, Ari?
Pretty good.
Very good. What were you in for? Your tonsils?
No. Colonoscopy.
Wow. What did you eat? Beans last night?
Some of the hair they put in there.
Wow. Do you have a gig? Do you have a gig tonight?
Yeah. Fuck.
Never gets old.
Fuck. I push it in.
Push it real good. Salt and pepper. Push it real good.
What a dumb name for a band.
Salt and pepper here. And DJ Spinderella.
What a weird feeling.
Oh, what a feeling.
Have you done this before?
Yes.
You're an intern?
No, I'm not an intern. I'm a music programmer, and I'm a disc jockey.
So why are they sending you for this?
Because they couldn't find anybody else around the office
Fucking
today.
serious. What do you get paid, $9 an hour?
No, I'm up to 15.
Thinking.
Oh yeah, no solid foods. It's just gas.
We could stop at McDonald's if you're hungry on the
No
way back.
way, McDonald's. You can try to die.
Did you ever have the Taco Bell breakfast?
No, this hurts. Plus my balls are dipping in the water level. I feel like it would just get shit out of me. But I guess it's just gas.
Yeah, you and me both.
Shit, fuck, why does it hurt so bad?
Hurt so bad. Do you know that song?
Hurts so good.
No, that's John Cougar. Hurt So Bad was Little Anthony and the Imperials.
Oh, music guy.
Also done by Linda Ronstadt.
Dude, I turned out a threesome last night.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, I've been shitting all day. And I gotta wake up for surgery. There's no way.
How many guys were there?
4. Wow. Give me 3 more farts.
Give me 3 steps. Leonard Skinnerd.
Give me
You don't have.
Jesus, Dennis. It comes in waves like mushrooms.
Is that a drug reference?
It is a drug reference.
Oh, my God. Ari Shaffir just walked in with a sword.
And then it goes to Mark when Ari finally made it onto the show. We'll tweet out that video. It never gets old, right, Dr. Steve?
Yeah, I don't care how old you are. Just hearing somebody miserably just expressing that amount of gas.
Are you ready to hit the bathroom again?
No, I think I think it'll be a little while. I have to 6 o'clock. I have to take my second dose of this liquid.
Oh, really?
When should you start getting colonoscopies? What age?
Say that again.
So when should you get your first one?
Okay, when they start thinking about it when you're 50 or 10 years before the first year relative had colon cancer. So if you had a mother, father, sister, brother who had colon cancer at 55, then you should get your first colonoscopy at 45.
I see.
What is
Mike started just texting. What happened?
Mike, what's going on, Mike?
My grandpa's ass is sewn shut and he shits in a lunchbox, so I have to find out what year that happens.
He shits in a lunchbox.
Dude, we were out to dinner this one time. I remember when we just sat down, and my grandpa went to the bathroom, and he came back with just panic on his eyes and walked straight past the table, and my dad was like, fuck, we have to go. So everybody just got back up, and my grandpa's walking towards the car, and my dad's like, Dad, what the fuck, what's up? And he turns, and there is just diarrhea shit all over his khakis. God. And he was like, is this enough for you, Kevin? Is this enough for you?
Oh, my
I was like,
God.
Oh, fuck.
What went wrong?
He just spilled, I guess.
But did he have a lunchbox at that point?
Yeah, but I guess he missed or something. I don't know.
Or it got filled up.
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Steve, what's a rectocele?
Rectocele. That is a rectal hernia that herniates into the vagina. So when you look in there, you see, normally you see nice vaginal wall that's sort of a slot shaped or, and this will have what looks like a mass protruding up from the rectum. So if the woman is laying on her back, it'll be coming from the bottom part of the vagina. And what it really is just a weakening of the wall between the vagina and the rectum, because the front part of the rectum is the back part of the vagina, right?
Right.
When that wall weakens and, you strain down, you'll kind of bloop that weakened rectal wall up into the vagina.
Yeah.
Those pictures look like the predator's mouth.
And then comes down from the top.
Wouldn't that bump be for his pleasure?
Yeah, well, most of the time nobody will notice it.
Really?
Unless you're down there actually doing an exam. The only time you'll notice them as a patient is if they hurt or if they protrude outside of the vagina, which does happen sometimes.
Why is your voice getting weak?
I don't know. I'm dehydrated. I've been
dehydrated. Jesus.
Gallons of fluid today.
I'm just stalling because I want to see you go to the hear you go to the bathroom.
Probably not happening.
Him and I had such a similar morning.
Yeah, you were dehydrated too.
No, I was shitting liquid.
Oh, you had a bad night.
Yeah, I mean I've been juicing, so I just fucking.
All right, we kind of talked about that earlier. All right, Dr. Steve. Any other questions there, Chris?
Any other questions? I got anal wart. I had an anal wart, but I think it's a skin tag. How can I know if it's an anal wart versus skin tag?
Okay, so skin tags at the anus almost always are going to be old hemorrhoids. So if you had a hemorrhoid there and it's scarred down, it ends up looking like a skin tag. And you'll sometimes see people that have lots of hemorrhoids. They'll have this ring of these little skin tags hanging off their ass. And the only way to really tell, though, Chris, is to remove it and send it off for analysis. And if it's just skin and scar tissue, then it was a hemorrhoid. And if it shows that it's a wart, then it's caused by HPV.
Could you talk us through it and we'll snip it off?
We have scissors.
We have scissors.
Wait, what about HPV?
That?
That's when my ears perked up. What you just say about HPV?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a wart, a true wart on the rectum would be caused by human papilloma.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that anything had to come in contact with your butt. Couldn't you have a genital wart and it just also goes into the anus?
No, look, I mean, okay, let's imagine that you're with a squirter and she has HPV and she's on top, and then she squirts all over you, and that juice goes down between your, your taint,
you're like your chud
and stuff. Wherever that goes, one of those viruses can implant and make an HPV, so it didn't have to be real contact. It's not like.
Question:
it doesn't mean you were taking it up the ass or anything,
right? Because I wasn't.
Is there any danger to leaving the wart there without lasering it off immediately?
No, not particularly if it's an old involuted hemorrhoid. There's no danger to leaving it there at all.
What if it's a wart, though?
Well, if it's a wart, you'd like to know. It'd be good because rectal cancer or anal cancer is caused by HPV, so it'd be good if you knew that you had that. If you're at increased risk for something, you're less likely to die from it, right? Because you're going to do the screening test more frequently. So it would be nice to know. At some time when you're in your doctor's office or nurse practitioner or PA, just let them look at it. They can snip the thing off, send it off, and if it's nothing, then you can never have to worry about it.
I think we could snip it off here today.
Well, we could. Yeah. If I was there, I could do it for you.
Well, can we do it? You just talk us through it?
Get a toenail clipper.
Yeah, the only problem is you want to be able to send this thing off for analysis, and that's the thing you can't do. Yeah, we got envelopes. Clipper. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but physically it could be done. But you want to be able to put that stuff in formalin solution and send it off to a lab, and that's the part that you can't do in the studio.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe next time
Chris.
we hang.
We were trying to take care of you.
Does a dermatologist do that, or what kind of doctor?
A good primary care physician could do it, but a proctologist, particularly if it's up in the rectum itself, would be the best place to go. And a proctologist is just a surgeon that loves to work on.
What was that?
That was a wave of shit if I ever heard one.
What was that?
Quick, a proctologist is just a surgeon that specializes.
We're not listening to anything.
It's like a breast milk video.
Eric, could you get that for us? Eric said, one moment. I got to hear how you said surgeon again. What happened there, Dr. Steve?
I just got a little wave.
A little wave.
Had to clinch to...
You got to clinch down a little bit?
Yeah, I had to clinch down a little bit.
All right, Eric's looking for it. I got to hear that one more time before the break. All right. Any other questions for Dr. Steve? You're good, Mike Cannon?
Yeah. If you want to email me, I can hook you up. If you live in the city, I can hook you up with somebody who can take care of that for you.
All right, thanks, man. Yeah, I live in the city, in Brooklyn. Yeah,
it's a skin tag. We looked at it.
Because it's not even on my. It's not even on my actual anus. It's like It's like just close to it, but it's actually like on my upper, back thigh.
Oh,
it's not on my actual butthole.
You had a soaking wet bra.
Well, if it's on your thigh, then that's just a skin tag.
That's got to be a skin tag,
so
right?
we could cut that off for him, can't we?
Yeah. Yeah, I need to come up sometime, and you just line up all these fucking comedians that have all these skin tags.
Yeah, I got some at the base of my dick I'd like you to take a look at.
Whoa. All right, listen, I got to play this again. This was moments ago from Dr. Steve.
Would be the best place to go. And a proctologist is just a surgeon that that sounded like insertion.
Surgeon.
It's like he was pushing out.
Or something was being pushed in.
It sure does sound that way. All right.
Let's hear it again.
Go shit.
Would be the best place to go. And a proctologist is just a surgeon that...
You're the best. You're the best doctor in the world.
Oh, my God. All right.
We got Chris Distefano in studio, Mike Cannon, and one of my guys, Lewis.
Hey.
I wanted him to come in because there's a lot of good sports stories today.
Sweet Lewis.
And he brought in his fantasy football trophy.
You can touch it. You can touch it, Mike. Thank you.
Do you really bring that to work every day, or is it just here?
I let it stay here.
But why did you have to bring it in here just to talk about sports for a little while?
Just so everybody knows that I'm not bullshitting around, Opie.
What is the latch?
That's where the money
goes.
Oh. Yeah. We send it back and forth from person to person.
That's pretty cool.
It's not too bad.
So where are you at this year with your fantasy football team?
I am 11-1.
Great. What else you got in sports there?
Nothing too crazy.
What about Leon Orr?
Yeah, this fucking
They
dummy.
What happened now? They cut him mid-practice?
They cut him mid-practice.
Really?
Yeah, he got arrested. He was driving around with tinted windows. First of all, if you're an African-American male and you're listening to me right now, do not have tinted windows. That's the dumbest shit you can ever have. You're asking to be pulled over, especially if you're doing what he was doing behind the scenes.
All two of you that heard that.
No, there's a couple. They actually reached out to me on Twitter, which is very nice.
We got a few. No, I know. We got a few.
We
got a few sisters, too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, kid.
Hell yeah. But yeah, dummy gets pulled over with weed wax in his car in a bag with Kush drink. I think it's like Kush, like it's like scissor.
Oh, because they're recreational, right?
Right.
So,
right.
Fuck.
Wait, what do you know
Florida,
about this, Mike?
Florida is like is legal recreational weed. I think they just passed
All right,
it.
so he's good as far as that goes. Is he, Lewis?
But not with the NFL.
But that's the problem. And Mark Cuban is heading up this entire movement.
So fucking stupid. Let these guys smoke pot. They hurt all day long.
It helps them with pain, and there's been studies that actually prove that it helps regenerate dysfunctioning brain cells. So your brain, while it's going through this CTE process, could potentially be reversed if you do all of these treatments that they're just, they're obviously just experimenting with them.
It's the dumbest thing not to allow these guys to smoke some weed.
100%. There was a guy.
It's so stupid.
There's a guy recently who just got dismissed from his team because he has Crohn's disease and he wanted to smoke.
His belly hurt.
Yeah, and they won't let him do it. They just rather dismiss him.
Is the Kush syrup the Lil Wayne stuff?
No, that's a different kind
that's
of
promethazine.
Yeah, that's codeine. Promethazine.
So what's Kush? I don't know Kush.
Kush is just a
type
weed
of weed
drink.
Does it make your skin fall off?
Not at all.
Who was here for the skin fall off?
Oh, I was here. Yes, I was trying to eat. I was eating lentil soup.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I'm talking about that drug crocodile.
That's a perfect thing for football players to take too, because Kush is an indica type of weed, which means like it's relaxing, and it just said it's a Zen syrup that actually is probably more of a body high than anything else.
100%.
So all he's doing is treating his fucking body after getting into several car accidents on a field per week.
God damn it, Mike, you are absolutely correct, man.
That's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
Wait, so Kush syrup is weed based?
Yeah, yes. I think it's like one of the recreational things, because now we don't know this because we live in the fucking internment camp of New York where we don't have all of these options available.
Right.
But there's sodas with THC infused. There's also where it's CBD oils that don't even necessarily get you high. It's what Nate Diaz was smoking in his press conference after getting pummeled by Conor McGregor.
Right, exactly.
And they're like, "Are you smoking weed?" He's like, "No, it's CBD," and it's known to actually cut down inflammation and help with pain management.
Tomatoes raise inflammation, right?
I don't.
They do.
I guess.
Yeah. Tomatoes are inflammatory, so have CBD if you have tomatoes.
We must be having a good show because Roland just brought in beverages. He doesn't bring in beverages unless the show is good.
Keep everybody awake. Lewis is a little bit boring.
All right, so Dolphins cut him mid-practice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he deserved that.
Speaking of being cut, not cut, but fired, you hear about the hockey coach?
No, he got fired?
Fired. Do you have that? And then he had to find his own ride home.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this yet? Gerard Gallant, right?
Uh-huh.
I think that's how you say
Who's he
his
the
name.
coach of?
He was Florida Panthers
I can't believe they have a
coach.
hockey team, the Florida Panthers.
And he got fired, and the story goes he had to get an Uber or something. They wouldn't take him.
The team bus left.
Yeah, the team bus left without him.
He wasn't officially part of the team anymore.
So he wasn't allowed on the bus.
Yeah, so they're not going to pay for
What cocksuckers, man! Let him on the bus. He can sit next to
dirtbags.
If something happens, then the team's responsible.
He could sit. He could sit on the steps next to the bus driver. At least let him on the bus.
That's messed up.
That's fucking grimy.
Florida Panthers hope coaching shakeup leads to Stanley Cup success, whatever. But I want to. He had to call a taxi. Was that it, Paul?
Yeah.
Trying to find the story real fast. Yeah, I believe it was a taxi.
So they didn't even call a taxi for him?
No,
Nothing.
you're done. You're done with this team. Good luck to you, buddy. We're all going on the bus back to the hotel.
He must have sucked.
He must have been an asshole. Is what I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I get it.
That's what I'm thinking. Make him catch a taxi. There it is. 22 games into a disappointing season, Panthers fired their coach. While the decision is questionable enough, the way it went down is awkward as hell. Who is this? Deadspin? Okay. For one, the team didn't officially announce the move until about an hour ago, leaving it to media to spread the word. For another, the Panthers told the coach just as the team was headed to the airport, leaving him to find his own damn way home. So his ticket was no good on the flight?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God.
Fucked up. Was informed
He must
of his
have done something.
dismissal, 3-2 loss, Hurricanes with the team headed to Chicago, was forced to take his stuff off the team bus. They told him to take his shit off the team bus.
That's fucked up.
Call a taxi and wait for his ride outside the arena. Wow. And then there's a photographer snapping his picture with his luggage and him getting into a fucking
in a minivan taxi.
Minivan taxi. What the? Ugh.
How bad is that?
It's awful.
Yeah.
I saw him when Islanders played the Panthers last year in the playoffs. Islanders took care of me. They put me down like right on the boards. And when the coaches walk by in between, the periods,
sure.
All the Islanders fans like bang on the, glass or whatever and say shit. And no coach ever does anything. And he gave us like that jerk off symbol. Like he was like, fuck you, like that. And just kept walking. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Right.
But I guess if he's doing that, he's probably like just a dick. He's probably did something like...
I would imagine he's a jerk off.
He's just being a dick. Like, he probably tried to hook up with like the owner's daughter or something like stupid like that. Where they were like, not only do you suck at hockey, but you know.
But maybe he didn't want to be on the team bus in the flight home. Because that's got to be awkward too, knowing you're fired and now you're with these guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess I'd rather go by myself too.
I'd rather feel awkward in first class.
Mike Cannon with some logic. What else, Lewis?
That's about it. I mean, I got the daily fantasy stuff for the people, but other than that, I mean, Amon Shumpert from the Cavaliers says he won't go to the White House if they win the championship because of Donald Trump, which I think is pretty fucking ignorant.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I'll go to the White House. I don't give a fuck who's in there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I want to see it.
Yeah.
Hell
So you can check it out.
Who cares? He's been already. So I'll say
that's true. You're right.
He's already been.
Oh, you know what's another big thing that happened today is in the baseball, the collective bargaining agreement. They said now the All-Star game will no longer determine home field advantage,
which I
is
thought was the
great.
stupidest thing ever.
That was so dumb.
Because you got players that are playing in the All-Star game, their teams are pretty much out of it. They kind of know that they don't have a shot at the playoffs. Why would they care?
They don't care.
I thought that was really dumb.
So they reversed that.
Good job, Lewis.
Thanks for having me.
Lewis with his sweater on.
Good luck with the rest of your fantasy season.
I just don't like that he walks around with his trophy.
Yeah.
The champ is here.
I don't like that they didn't create it. It looks store-bought.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
He walks around like he's in a frat in Boston. That's what he dresses.
And he gets that the trophy in pictures with celebrities.
Oh, what a geek.
You don't like
fucking
that
Lewis.
part of him?
I love Lewis, but that's an idiot move.
Right.
Nah, but you know what? We're going to be laughing at. I mean, this guy's going to have all these pics with all these great people. And I'm going to have nothing because I'm depressed.
Mike, you're depressed again? I was going to move on to Mike, but
no, go to Mike. Go to Mike.
Let's go back. Yeah, let's go back. What are you depressed about?
I don't know.
What are you sad?
I'm not. It's not that I'm sad.
By the way, before the show ends, are you going to take off your winter coat?
I have on too many jackets again.
Yo, look at this sweat stain, dude.
Oh, yeah, he's got 6 sweaty pits.
How ill is that, right?
Cannon.
That's just a couple cups of coffee, and it just shoots through my pits.
Yeah.
Wait, how many shirts you got on?
I got 2.
You got a shirt and then the hoodie?
Yeah.
So you're sweating through the shirt and the hoodie?
Sure am, yeah.
Did you work out today?
I did.
Planet Fitness?
No, today was my day off.
What is it, like $10 a year? For
$10 a month at Planet Fitness, and some of the most pungent odors of your life will attack your nostrils there.
I got to be careful about this. Are they advertisers?
Oh, they are? I love Planet Fitness.
They stink.
They give you pizza. Don't they give you pizza?
Oh, man, they have they
are weird,
They're like
man.
therapists that give you terrible advice just so you keep coming back. They have Tootsie Rolls at the desk. They have fucking Bagel Monday, Pizza Friday. Yeah, they're just trying to keep everybody
have Pizza
fat.
Friday if you're... Oh, yeah. I guess if you're running
a judgment-free zone.
I guess if you're running a gym, you do want Pizza Friday. Yeah. Oh, they stink. And they're the ones that make believe it's not a gym when it's obviously a gym.
If you grunt too loud, like I think the ex-Giants kicker, the ex-Giants kicker got kicked out of that, the shredded Weatherford. He got kicked out of a Planet Fitness and he actually like filmed himself being kicked out, but it was because he was trying too hard at the gym. He was literally grunting. I've grunted in there, and they're like, "Hey," I'm like, "Get the fuck out of my face!"
Are you serious? They tell you like,
I'm like, I'm lifting. I'm just trying.
I got a grunter in my gym. He is 6'7" and grunts.
Jesus,
really?
I think it was a he, which is now a she. And grunts to the point everyone turns and is like,
"But
what?
Is it jacked?
Jacked,
fucking shredded."
Jacked.
What gym? Is it a commercial gym or is it?
Wait, what did I say? She to he or he to she?
You said he to she.
It's a he to she.
Okay.
And she works out hard and grunts, and it's a weird type of grunt.
I used to work out
at man, part woman.
Is she on roids?
The grunt. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've lifted up my phone at least a dozen times.
Did you get anything? Any good ones?
I haven't officially hit record.
Oh, remember that picture I
haven't
sent?
officially hit record, but I got to.
Dude,
because the grunting is so... If it's a little something, I don't give a fuck. But but the people that grunt and then throw their weights...
It's annoying.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I used to work out with guys that put, like, smelling salts under their nose before they did, like, 500 pounds on a squat.
Really?
Yeah, it was insane. I sent Chris a picture. This guy looked like Neil deGrasse Tyson in my Bed-Stuy fucking Planet Fitness, and he had the most... hammerific cock I've ever seen in my life. He had like the typical like teal blue but sweat shorts. Like they weren't nice mesh shorts, they were just sweat shorts, like Champion or something like that. And his cock was like not hard but certainly appearing damn near by the bottom of the shorts. Right? Didn't it look like a fucking arm in his pants?
Yeah, I saved that pic.
Why are we talking about this guy's dick?
It was just amazing.
That's a monster impressive. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
How come we don't have any bands on today?
Today?
What do you have a musical guest on?
I got Craig Gass coming in, and he wants to bring in...
Today?
No, we were talking. He's going to do like a whole week with me.
He does the funny voices.
I like him. He wants to bring in the Struts.
Never heard of them.
Wants to bring them in to perform, so we're trying to work that out.
I'm sure they're good, though. Craig's good.
Yeah, what I've heard from him, he sent me a couple clips. I kind of like their sound. Let me go to Joe in West Virginia. He has a comment on the weed in the NFL. Joe, go ahead.
Hey, Opie, just want to say, love the show. Love listening to you guys.
Thank you.
First off, I do want to tell Lewis, the Cowboys will fucking blow it. They always fucking blow it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But this quarterback's been unbelievable, man.
Yeah, he's real good.
I was a big fan of Zeke at Ohio State. I hate Ohio State, but he runs fucking hard.
Yeah.
But the weed and the situation in the NFL, Roger Goodell and the NFL are the biggest bunch of fucking hypocrites. Mm-hmm. They don't want these guys smoking weed, but they can go in and the head trainer or the doctor will pump them full of pain meds. They'll give them Toradol shots, which can lead to all kinds of shit. I mean, and these guys, I've seen, documentaries where guys were, I can't remember.
Ricky Williams was talking about that.
Early 90s. He played for Nebraska back in the early 90s.
Oh, your phone is shitty, unfortunately, and you got good stuff.
He's totally right, though. They do just pump them with RX bullshit, and they could get addicted with that. That's why a lot of these guys are pilled out after their career is over, because they're still experiencing this pain. And that's the only way they know how to treat it. That's the only thing the doctors they go to prescribe.
Yeah.
My sister's husband's mother, I know that's ridiculous, she has MS, and she moved from Cali to New York, and her fucking doctor in New York screamed in her face that he was going to piss test her, and if she came up positive for marijuana and not the pills she was doing, he was going to turn her over to the police. That's how she was treating it over in Cali, and that's how deep the fucking pharmaceutical talons reach into our doctors, that they're frightened for their lives, that they're going to lose their job because they're not pushing this poison.
You are 100% right.
Yep.
This fucking governor, Chris Christie, doesn't believe in it.
Oh, he's a piece of shit.
Of course he is a piece of shit for not believing in that crap.
And he's
so
what
is he getting out of it?
I don't think people can control themselves. It's look at you, fucking fatso.
Exactly.
You're wearing an airplane neck pillow under your skin.
Exactly. There was a headline that I love when they beat up Chris Christie. It said something like he's weighing a run for whatever.
Right.
They had to put the weighing for a run.
But none of this shit is going to be legalized until the government figures out how to be the Pfizer of marijuana. That's what they're waiting on. This is all a stall tactic for them to get their pieces in place where they can just sell us their borderline RX marijuana. It's not even going to be the same.
Right. I'm with you. Joe, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me, Oak?
Yeah, your phone was a little shitty, and like I said, you had good stuff to say, so continue.
Yeah, so what I was saying is I can't remember the guy's name, but he played for Nebraska back in the early 90s, and I believe he was Carolina's first-round draft pick. I could be wrong, but he was a stud defensive lineman. And they did a piece on him where he was taking up to probably, it was a massive amount of painkillers every day, and the painkiller stopped working. And the doctors just kept, they give him whatever he wanted. But he ended up turn into heroin.
Yep.
Because he was just so addicted to this shit. He was smoking crack, doing heroin, and became a junkie. And I don't think he lasted 5 or 6 years in the NFL. But, I mean, it's a hypocrisy that they won't let these guys smoke weed, but they can get any fucking form of painkillers they want. Right. And they give them Toradol shots for pain almost every day, which can lead to renal failure. And they don't even disclose the what this stuff can do to them. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, completely unbelievable.
This is what I like about this guy, too, is while his phone was failing and calling back, he looked up renal failure, because before he didn't know the name of it.
All right.
Renal failure is.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Let's go to Jacob on Long Island. Jacob.
Opie, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
First, I want to say that I do miss the show. I do miss you and Jimmy, but this is still pretty good. But I wanted to mention something that
I guess that's good.
still good. I still miss Jimmy, though. But
I got it pretty good. I'll take that today. I'll take that today. It's better than yesterday where the guy's like, you're ruining your legacy. Oh. Like he cares about my legacy. Shut up. All right, continue, Jacob.
Brian Gumbel, if you look up Brian Gumbel, Real Sports, there's a whole segment on the tight end for the Broncos. He was still smoking weed because he said, I don't want to take painkillers. And NFL are giving these guys all these painkillers over and over again, and he refused. He's like, I feel better when I smoke marijuana. And he was still doing it, never got caught. But it is a bunch of BS that these doctors could supply all these. It's pretty much heroin.
Right.
Pretty much giving all these players heroin and not giving them the chance to medicate themselves.
Amazing. Obviously, like we said, it's very hypocritical.
Yeah.
By the NFL and Roger Goodell. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate it. We're going to move on.
More now.
Oh, thanks. Let's go to Brett in Canada. Brett, go ahead.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
We're talking to you, man.
Oh, no. It's fucking cold here in Canada, but other than that, just had news on the Gallant firing there from Florida.
Yeah, where he had to get his own taxi.
Yeah, basically. So what happened there was like he was nominated for Coach of the Year last year, and Florida's still almost in a playoff position. But new ownership came in, and there's some U.S. Army hockey guys in there, and they're all analytics based. So they're basically kind of doing like a new form of we're going to follow like a new format, kind of like how they did in that baseball movie with Brad Pitt.
But if they're doing okay, why would you fuck with that, in the middle of the season?
Well, that and the way they fired the guy is just, it's against pretty much any kind of honorable way of firing anybody.
Right.
But,
well, we thought
he didn't have to get his own taxi. He chose to get his own taxi because he wasn't going to sit around and wait for them to bring him a vehicle and a new flight and all that other shit.
Right. So he said,
fuck it, I'm out.
So he wanted just out. Like, fuck, I can't be near these people anymore.
I wonder what his players thought. Have they been
back in sports? So
I think the players are just used to it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It's part of the game.
I mean, we got to fire our guy right there, Chrissy.
Who?
Capiano.
You think you want to?
A lot of people saying let's get rid of him.
All right.
We're having a tough year ourselves.
Whatever you guys want to do, then. I'm too depressed to give an answer.
All right. We got to get back to Chris and the depression. Jesus Christ. What are you depressed about?
No, I just can't get it together. I think it's because I drank a little bit yesterday, and then
so it's knocked you down.
The residue, knocked me down. My eyes feel low. I feel like I'm not doing a good job today at all.
Right.
Just sad. Just sad.
How many drinks did you have?
I had 2.5 vodka sodas, but as Mike knows, I might have well just drank a whole bottle of Tito's.
Yeah, Chris,
I don't drink.
Glass of Pinot is a fucking joy to be around.
If I have one glass of Pinot, I'll take my shirt off. Like, I get fucking hammered quick.
Just one glass?
Very low tolerance. Very low tolerance.
Right.
That's what happened. Do you remember that? It was right after Sandy also, but we had drinks before we went to Caroline's. Chris was hosting. He had probably one glass of wine, and he was fucking loose.
Is that when Louis C.K. showed up?
And I was hammered because I wasn't supposed to be on the show, so I was like drinking double time what Chris was drinking. And he's up there, and they're like, "Mike, you're gonna go on next." And I'm like, "Great, I'm fucking ready." It's like 19 people in that cavernous room, and so Chris comes bumbling off stage after he brings somebody up, and he's like, "Hey, you're gonna have to go next." And I'm like, "All right." And he goes, like motions left, and I look, and Louis right there, and I'm like, "Oh, holy fuck, how you doing?" And Louis like, he's warming up for SNL that week. That's right.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey man, I'm so sorry." He's like apologizing. He's like, "I'm doing like 6-7 minutes." He's like, "I probably, so sorry to bump you." And I'm like, "I don't know, go fuck yourself." And he was like, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm kidding, do an hour." And he was like, "Well, huh?" Just missed the joke, and I was like, "Oh fuck." I just went in the bathroom for like 20 minutes.
But yeah, man. So,
that's just on one drink for you?
One drink, and then the alcohol stays in my system, and then, I start to get career anxiety, and then I start to feel fat, and then...
Well, a hangover will bring on a little depression, right?
And I just get so tired, man, and, I don't want to hang out. I just want to, eat pizza and whatever, and, walk around the city and tell them my shows. I used to go all the time to the peanut butter company, but they closed. I used to go get a peanut butter and fluff sandwich.
Beautiful.
And that would help me out, but they fucking closed, those scumbags.
Good job with that.
In the West Village.
Why did they close? People don't like their peanut butter and fluff sandwiches?
No, I guess they don't like them. But
we grew up on that shit.
It was fucking great. So now
remember when they mixed it too?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
You were old enough to remember that?
My mom always used to give me peanut butter and fluff.
But it was all in one jar.
Oh, no.
That's what I mean.
Oh, no. No, I had peanut butter and jelly in the same jar.
Eric, help me out with the peanut butter and fluff.
No.
Why?
I don't like that.
No, what? But you remember that it came in one jar.
I don't remember peanut butter and fluff. I remember peanut butter and jelly came in one jar.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Squeezable.
Peanut butter and fluff, I'm almost positive came in one jar. It was kind of stupid.
How come ketchup and mustard doesn't come in one jar? You ever think about that?
That's a fucking great idea.
Why don't we do that?
For real, that's a great idea.
Fucking smart dumb guy just came out.
Thinks that's gross.
No, man. I spent time in Western New York. They're all about it.
Yeah.
They're all about ketchup and mustard. I had no fucking idea until I went up to school up there. And,
on their Red Hots, right?
Oh, Geneseo, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You guys went to the same school.
Well,
fucking 3 a.m. outside of the IB, just getting shit-faced.
What's the IB?
It was a barn bar.
It was the shit with Basher.
Is it
my
still
old
there?
boss. No, it's like dorms or something, I heard.
It's a sorority house.
A sorority house?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a DJ there for many years.
Oh, shit.
Many years.
The Ivy League of the SUNY schools. That's what they call it.
Well, not when I went. Maybe when Mike went.
I brought it down to just fucking...
We have an age difference, me and Mike. So when he went, probably it was pretty impressive to go there. Not so much when I went.
Nice campus, or is it a shithole?
It's nice.
It's
The whole town is like a Disney town.
I loved it up there.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it up there. It was isolated. It was its own little thing. You go a mile and you're in the middle of no fucking where.
Oh, I would hate that.
Smell the alfalfa plant.
Right.
Yeah, there was a place that just like broke down alfalfa and it smelled like a fucking fish cunt. It was awful.
What were we talking about? Peanut butter and fluff? Whatever. Mike, people are asking why you don't do the podcast anymore on the conspiracy thing.
Yeah, we just couldn't find common ground. After a while, every conversation was just being filtered through Flat Earth, so it became impossible to really talk about anything, and we just grew apart, basically.
Didn't one of your co-hosts try to say that aborted fetus parts flavored Pepsi?
Yeah, I think he was. What? That was a joke, though. That was actually, yeah, that was one of the few things.
Well, you never know, because I talked to your partner once on this show.
Oh, yeah.
Shaman?
No. He talked to Dave. Dave called in. It was like my first time on the show. I'm pumped up. Dave calls in and for an hour Adolf Hitler's the entire program and is just like pounding his desk, screaming about,
And he believes that the Earth is flat?
Sentient. Yeah, of course. 2 mile high ice walls at each pole. And
you can't possibly believe that.
I mean, look on YouTube. This is, but it's funny because all this stuff. What I've realized now since the breakup is that all of these guys who claim that democracy is a rigged system and that is completely irrevocably bullshit went out and voted Trump. Right. So it's not really. It doesn't really have anything to do with anything. So what does he
believe? Like astronauts see, or he believes they've never.
No, they're actors. They're bullshit.
They're all actors.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's stupid.
What about Buzz Aldrin? I mean,
he's all right.
Well, that's why they just killed him.
Well, they said he just had water in his lungs, right? Oh, is he alive?
No,
they just killed him.
He's fine. He's in stable condition. He has fluids in his lungs.
Yep. Yeah.
They had to get him the fuck out of the South Pole. 86, and he was going on some kind of adventure down there. Good for him. But they had pictures up on the TV.
Have anyone ever seen the ice walls, or they're like buried deep in Antarctica?
Yeah, why don't we have pictures of the ice walls?
Because you're not allowed over there. Even though there was like a transatlantic pilgrimage or like a journey across the poles, they claim that never happened. Basically any information that you bring that is contrary to their information is fake. You're an indoctrinated moron, and
I can't be bothered with that stuff.
There's no reason to have a conversation. So
that's what they think Earth is then?
There's a lot of different theories. I think he thinks it was like more like an ice tray, and there could be other Earth-like areas, in different spot of the tray. Either way, it doesn't matter. I actually wish him well. I think he's doing fine. We just completely grew out of being able to talk about anything. So Tim and I, the other co-host, are going to start our own show.
And do something different?
Yeah. Touch on stuff that we're interested in, but it's certainly not going to be
Imagine if the flat Earth people were right.
Imagine Trump comes out one day and it's like, flat Earth is real.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It would change my life zero. The shape of the Earth would have zero effect on how I live my everyday life.
That's true.
Like the only thing that they say, and it's because it's like more of a religion than any kind of science backing thing, is that they believe it's flat and we're actually the center of the Earth and are much more important than we give ourselves credit for.
Right.
Meanwhile, most people think we're the center of the fucking Earth, even on a ball. It does, or center of the world.
Right. Okay. This guy wants to talk to you, Chris Distefano. We're definitely running out of show. Fucking lit again. Thanks for all the calls today. Matt in Washington, go ahead.
Hey, so Chris, about 3 months ago, I lost my family because I cheated on my wife. So kids gone, house gone. Ended up losing my job about 3 weeks ago. So last Friday after Thanksgiving, I thought it'd be a good idea to pop 50 Ambien and 50 Xanax. So I'm struggling, man. But you know what? I totally get the depression, and I feel so much better. And I just hope that that you got it good. You're a rock star, man, and you're funny. You're fucking strong, and I really appreciate you being honest.
Wow. Did you go to the hospital for that? The Ambien and
shit, motherfucker, yeah.
Wow, man, thank you so much for that call. Are you okay? Fuck me. Are you okay?
I'm struggling, man. I'm having a hard time, but I'm doing better. Every fucking one step in front of the other, man.
Where do you live?
Washington
State?
State?
Yeah, Spokane, Washington.
Fuck, man.
I called you guys yesterday to combat James's bullshit.
What if I want to set up a show in Spokane?
I remember you.
I'm supposed to be going to Tacoma. Is that close to you?
It's about 4 hours away.
Fuck, man. If I go, we got to link up and talk.
How about you just go to his house and do a set for him?
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tweet you. I'm Matty Hutchie. I'll tweet you later.
Tweet me, man. Holy shit. Thank you so much for the call, but I hope that you're all right.
Matt, obviously you took all those pills. Were you relieved? Were you absolutely relieved that you didn't die?
No, man, I don't know.
Do you see your kids? That's pretty honest.
I was so fucked up. I was like out for about 48 hours.
Yeah.
And I woke up with a diaper on and the fucking IV and shit. I was fucked up.
Does your ex-wife let you see your child or no?
It's been no, not really. No.
Fuck.
We're still going through the middle. We're in the middle of our separation. I mean, like it's tough, dude. I'm struggling, man.
Wow, you're going to play the music on this, Erock? That's how fucking ruthless Erock is. Literally.
Erock wants out.
Erock,
that was not me. That was Erock.
Holy shit.
He's like, tell your story walking.
Feel better, man.
Yeah,
Feel
Matt,
better, man. Tweet me. Thank you so much.
Matt's a regular on the show, Matt.
You're the shit.
Thanks, buddy.
You're the shit, by the way. Oh, you're awesome. I'll talk to you guys
Matt, don't kill yourself. I need all the listeners I can get, all right?
I can't believe you played the music on him.
All right. Thank you. We're going to do post-show on Facebook Live. I'm setting that up now. Mike Cannon did great today, man. You got to come back.
Mike is awesome.
We didn't talk about the dog again.
No, it wasn't that. We talked about that. It's the thing we forgot.
Ah, fuck. All right, we got to remember what that was for next time.
Opie Radio is now over for now.
Over? Roger.